Oh no, you know what got me worse was when I thought I'd killed AJ. When you got to tell you I'm allergic to oranges, my heart stopped, man. My
Well,
heart stopped in my
well, with me
chest.
reading snacks, because remember, I did say I'd kill whoever hurt AJ. Just saying. I wouldn't TK. What happened? Did AJ really leave us?
So
Yeah,
AJ is with hither, thither, and yon
Wait,
being
we
split.
can probably go through the recap into the intro if you give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you read my little like notes, didn't you?
This is just
Yeah.
lore stuff, but basically, AJ cannot pass through the barrier without dying because he is a creature of the swamp. So if he entered thither with you, he would have dematerialized. So partway through, like, what for you guys was basically stepping into the mist wall and then walking for a few seconds and stepping back out, to Clapperclaw was like a 1 hour trip of him like navigating you through, because like time in the Feywild is really weird. And about halfway through that, he turned around and was like, "Oh, you can't come with us or you'll die. You're my friend," and just yeeted him back and just sent him back to hither.
Okay,
Because
understandable.
if he entered thither, AJ would have lived, but he would have basically slowly and painfully wasted away, is what would have happened.
Why did he go back for AJ when we got through?
Because he sent him back halfway through.
Because Clapperclaw basically needs to go back and be like, "Hey AJ, here's what's up," and Clapperclaw thinks he might know a way to get AJ through safely. He just needs to introduce the magic of thither to him. Because AJ is basically fueled by like negative magic, where thither is positive magic. He needs to basically reform AJ out of positive magic. And then AJ should be able to come through. Or might explode, he's not sure.
No.
Was that why he couldn't take us any further and he went back?
Pretty much, yeah.
Jay,
Okay.
I realized too, Sober Me realized that we actually did take the raft and we were using it when we killed Ogden.
Yeah.
So we didn't leave it tied up to the
yeah. You still have that, don't you?
Sorry?
You still have... I just need to know, is the raft currently in your possession?
Like,
why would we carry it over land?
Yeah, thither's not a swamp, is it? We
No,
wouldn't need it.
I do have the pole, but do not have the raft.
Okay.
Jay seems really upset if we had the raft. That's the thing.
No,
that
you see,
me.
I've decided that the raft is story important now, and started actively planning a story around the raft for you guys to discover as you go. So
nice.
You guys latched onto the raft, so did I.
Love it. If you guys are all right, I'll start streaming, and then once all of that goes, it'll be about 30 seconds for it all to kick over, and we're good to go. If you're all ready.
Yeah.
Rattle. And apologies if you hear snoring. That's the dog at my feet who is just unconscious.
So the dog's got wine this week?
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't here for my apologies. So yes, apologies to you in person as well.
What for? No. This is
Oh,
great.
God.
You're good, bro.
No, it wasn't. It was not good.
Yeah.
I
couldn't tell you were drunk.
Good. I'll watch the second half of the video.
It doesn't happen often.
It was very evident from the pouring of the wine in the glass that.
Yes, and yeah. Anyway,
okay,
I did not put the 2 and 2 together.
I'm in a situation.
But to be fair, I was just struggling to stay alive.
And we're live. Just
oh, good. Look, I only have one monitor at the moment, so I couldn't see you guys the entire session. So all I heard was Spa getting very annoyed with me.
You should have been getting annoyed with me, man.
Yeah.
You got annoyed with me, and then I promptly proceeded to not care.
It's like, why can't I cast 2 spells in a turn?
Oh yeah, that thing.
That whole conversation.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, I'll do this. No, that's
To be
still.
fair, I wasn't helping either because I was hungover and I was like 30 seconds. I had 30-second lag in my mind, so I was hearing what Jay was saying.
So I cast a spell. Now cast another spell. What? No, you can't do that.
What if
that
I
is so
cast this spell
painful.
first,
that audio is getting
then
just
cast
reduced.
that spell to cast this spell? Well, that's 3 spells.
I need to clip that audio to show players. Like the
No,
pain
you
of being a
don't.
DM where you explain a rule to someone, They think they get it, so they try to do something else that breaks a different rule. So they go back to breaking the first rule and then somehow break both rules at the same time. And just the 10-minute conversation of me just, okay, let's go through this again.
I blame the grape juice as well as my ignorance. But anyway, on the positive side, the family member I was really worried about is coming good. So hopefully he'll be out of hospital Tuesday. So not that you were aware of any of that, and I won't go into it obviously on here, but thank you for tolerating my
What are you
the
talking
poor
about?
coping
This is a
mechanism.
public forum. Open your soul to us. This is the
Please tell you
place.
me you're not live.
It's not his. Yeah, I am, but that's why I'm wording it carefully. His stuff is not my story to tell. So yeah, thank you. We're back.
So, I am going to open this session with an apology. I am working a lot at the moment. I am doing an insane number of hours. So between Thursday and today, normally as a rule, I like to bare minimum spend as much time prepping as I will playing. So at minimum, if we're going to play for 2 hours, I will prep for at least 2 hours. Usually a lot more because prepping's fun. But I have not prepped at all this week. Like, I haven't read a single thing or looked like you guys are as in the dark as I am about what's going to happen. So let's see. This is going to be fun. This is going to be cooked. So I
can't
apologize
wait.
if tonight is chaotic and weird and I stumble over my words more than usual. That being said, last session obviously started off pretty boringly. I killed Rennick, turned Zenfire into a little redhead girl.
Okay, well, I guess I got my fucking Mondays back. Woo!
No, you were rolling up a new character, remember?
Oh, that's so hard. So time consuming. It might take me a few months.
Do you just want to play AJ when he gets back? I can just give you the stat block for AJ.
Oh, practice your lisp.
So
Please tell me how I died.
I'm sorry, but I can't go into detail on Twitch terms of service and all that.
But there was a naked fawn involved.
There
And a
was
bowl of fruit.
it was a whole bunch of silk. So there was.
I see what you mean about TOS.
So obviously you all proceeded to where the crossing, where you would cross from hither to thither, from here to there, in your eventual journey to regain the things that you had all lost. You very briefly met with a man who seemed to have a singular hatred for your group. It seemed like his whole existence was bent towards murdering you, to getting revenge for some slight. You'd never met him before. His name was Zargash, and you did a number on that man. So he turned into a fart and floated away. As we are all wont to do when combat arises. We all fart and then run away. Right? That's what you guys do, right? I'm not the weird one. It's fine. So it's gonna be a weird session for me.
Puts new meaning into Final Flight.
Title of the next board.
Fart or flight. I'm putting that in caps at the top of the page.
So as you all kicked the living hell out of Zargash, quite frankly, discovered the unknown and unknowable origins of a random castle that shouldn't be here.
Would you say we knocked the wind out of him?
Hey, Zenfire, do you have a point of inspiration?
No, I remember I blew that for no reason on some stupid reroll last night.
Actually,
So-
out of curiosity, for my notes, does anyone here have a point of inspiration?
Yeah, I've still got mine. So would
I
we
do
be right?
not.
Would we be fair to say that
I don't think I ever had one.
we kicked the
Will
shit
be
out of him?
inspiring.
I just have to quickly. Sorry, I just realized I don't have my pun tally up and going yet.
Shit, we don't need to go through
Is there a
more.
negative inspiration that I need to mark off just so I know?
So
Actually,
haven't
once
you
you,
realised that bad dad jokes get rewarded around here?
yeah, they do
No,
actually. They're
yeah.
good. Those dad
Yeah.
jokes are awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Point of desperation. Like,
I wish they got punished.
you all passed through the portal. With Clapperclaw coming to the other side, you realize that your friend AJ had been left behind, as supposedly he would die if he entered thither. Clapperclaw, in a panic, deciding that he needed to go back for his friend, ran back and told you to head for a nearby area, somewhere called that he referred to as Nib's Cave. He told you to simply keep following the path, head in a
Which we
straight
didn't.
direction. You immediately got distracted. Like, literally, the first thing you saw, you were like, that. I described just some fairies, and you guys were like, that is the single most interesting thing we have
It
ever
wasn't.
interacted with in
It
our
wasn't
life.
everybody. It was me. Let's be honest. It was my fault.
The group went along with
100%.
it, much to my amusement, actually. That was
We
very
distracted ourselves, and we didn't even need
Yeah,
Rennie to
it
do it.
can't be that bad.
I'm
though,
not the
like,
one who distracts us. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
the small
Let's just think about
tangent.
that first. Hang on.
I got distracted by a door wedge. What are you on about?
To be fair, though, the whistle being ripped off the Little League coach through a portal.
That poor little league coach. I'm going to be entirely honest. I haven't watched the VOD back because I haven't done any prep this week. Normally I would.
Oh, I haven't put it online yet. I've still got to
okay.
finish editing it.
I forgot about the little league coach, guys. Oh, I forgot that was.
It was so graphic with the cover. Yeah. Anyway, Rennick will be able to get caught up on Jay's mauling of some
It was
innocent
something.
through a portal.
Is any little league coach really innocent?
No.
The moment you
What
put
are you
on
talking
wraparound
about,
Oakley,
bro? I'm so confused.
It's okay.
What's
It's just a
going on?
good side story.
I'm
you're
doing
gonna
mod
enjoy
stuff.
when
I'm
the VOD
checking
goes up.
Discord things, and I'm looking over at here. Rannicus will figure it out. Now I'm scared.
Well, we found some pixies, and they drew my attention with a door wedge, thinking it was a piece of cake.
Sounds about that tracks. Yeah, sounds about right.
The only
however,
reason you should be scared is if you left us in battle to go and obtain like your other job as a Little League referee, in which case you should be very scared.
yeah, right.
I had to, bro.
No. Yes, I understand that, but
So
My job last the night before. He goes, "Hey, by the way, you need to be on this tail for the FAA." I'm like, "Why do I need to be on it? Just in case the pilots need to talk to you and things happen, and you need to fix a dispatch page." I'm like, I don't have my computer, right? So every time something was wrong, I had to call into my fucking office and go, "Fix this, change this, fix this."
From
And
the
it's like,
plane.
from inside the plane.
Oh shit.
It
Dude.
was a bitch. But it was a 3-hour escapade, and I was hungover, tired, and wishing I was playing D&D.
You were missed.
It's the name of your memoir.
that's the name of your memoir.
You were missed.
No,
And we
I'm
know-
hungover and wishing I was playing D&D.
I wanna know what's in that memoir.
I'd read that.
It's a pretty short memoir.
No, I don't think it is.
The best kind. So, after encountering the pixies, you all spotted two more things. The first was a chariot with a smear of blood up the side, clearly a chariot meant to hold one person, and nearby a giant set of footprints, belonging to some
yeah, that's right.
three-toed beast with like a third hook off the back.
4 bare legs in fur or something I've got written down. Does that
But
fit? No,
you
okay,
also
thank
met
you.
a strange creature that none of you have ever actually encountered before. It has the body of a bear, but the head of an owl. It might be some kind of owl bear. You all know what an owl bear is, because you were all sober and paying attention last week, weren't we?
No, I know what one is because Gloam turned into one when I was sober and paying attention.
Yes. So there is an owl. That is where we ended. There is currently an owl bear, sort of latched to this chariot nearby. And it appears that whatever was in the chariot has been killed and dragged away by some giant beast. And there's just a sleeping owl bear just chilling. What do you guys want to do?
Not wake it up in a hurry.
The caption under the picture of the owlbear, I'll send you guys a picture of the owlbear after this in Discord, but it reads, "Someone forgot where they parked their owlbear and chariot," and that makes me laugh. That's very good.
But if it's in a chariot, can anyone speak to animals?
Hmm.
I
Ooh,
can
what
try.
about my animal? Can my animal speak to animals?
Just walk up, go roar. Actually, I could have I
Gloam?
could have my familiar do it. Yeah, Gloam.
For all we know, it could speak common. Like,
Well, I mean, but do we
stranger
really want to
things have
wake it up to find out?
like there was
It's
there
like as
talking to Latinus Cube.
Can we get an insight on whether it'll be hostile or not?
From
as
sleep?
as Albert sort of says it might speak common. You guys are sort of like on like the edge of this small clearing that it's in. Albert sort of leans over and says, "It might speak common." It's just like laying there, just like cleaning its bits, just like a cat would, just chilling. Like
Oh, that's scary with a beak.
it just sort of like licks itself a bit, then just lays back down into a ball.
I want to
Didn't
pet it.
need that kind of heat in my life, Spar.
Maybe you should have a chat with it, Albert.
I
Okay.
love it when you talk to things, Albert.
Mm.
We
Right.
all do.
It's always my favorite.
Why do you say it like that?
I didn't say anything like that. I love you, Egg.
While this is going on, is there any way? Can we do some kind of check to see if we notice anything else to indicate
Yeah.
what may have happened around this
Should we be
glade?
concerned about the bloody footsteps?
You can make me an investigation or a perception check if you'd like.
Oh, we're doing perception.
Well,
Investigation
I
is
just
shit
like
house.
talk to the
So-
owlbear.
so
I'll be like,
I'll
hello.
wait before we decide what we're going to roll and you tell me results. The investigation check will basically be to go over the things you've already found, the tracks, the chariot, the blood smears, and that to see if you can ascertain any more information from them. The
Yep.
perception check will be, instead of sort of further investigating what you found, the perception check would be to basically search further afield for any other things of interest.
Right.
So each of you
we
can
should-
only do one, but it's up to you which you want to do.
Let's split up.
Investigate
I-
what you've already
I
got.
I would like to do perception. It is much more in my skill set.
The same. I have a +5.
Can I use
My
survival?
investigation is better than my
Um,
perception.
what do you want to use survival for, Albert?
Ooh.
Like, what do you look
Uh,
like? How
To
are you
survive
applying?
talking to the
Because,
owlbear.
like to identify the creature that. Like, I
The
want to talk
track.
to the
Shout out to
owlbear first, but the tracks. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the tracks first because the owlbear conversation could turn bad quick. It's a vicious animal, guys. It's like
we have
walking
positive
up
attitudes.
to a bear and being like,
It's-
"Hi, bear, let's be friends."
But it's in a chariot.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's
Could just
Yeah,
be like
fine.
Pooh Bear.
Theoretically, you could also strap a bear into a chariot. That actually, I should. I
But it
feel
hasn't
like
tried
I'm
to
not-
break out of its chariot.
No, I feel like I haven't clarified. It is the thing pulling the chariot the way that a
Yeah.
horse would. Okay,
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure that I was.
yeah.
that
So,
was
but that's
clear.
you have to tame an animal for it to do that. You
Okay,
don't
what's
just
now
the
I'm
day?
starting to get off board because I thought it was in the chariot.
Potentially
Now I'm
not.
starting
No,
to.
No,
I
in
was
the
on
harness.
this. I was on board this fun train, and now I hate to be the parent.
Anyway,
but
sorry, Jay. What do you want us to do?
let's
I,
not put our
I
hand
know
in
we've
the
sidetracked.
Actually, Albert, if you want to do your survival check, that's fine. Everyone else, your wisdom and investigation checks, please. Anyone who wants to.
I'm going to do
One
perception.
or the other. Yeah, perception or
Uh,
investigation, either
I'm
one.
going to investigate.
9.
9. Okay.
I got a
All right.
perception of 19.
Perception 14 for luggage.
I'm fucking clueless because I got a perception of 1 + 1 for a grand total of 2.
It's a luggage roll, mate. That's not a Zenfire roll.
Here comes the downside of all the other 20s.
I got perception check 19.
Oh, snack. Sorry, what did luggage get?
14.
14. And Rennick?
And what was the
19.
other check we had to do? Wisdom.
No, it was one or the
No,
other.
just one or the other. So
Oh.
I think Egg and Albert and Zenfire were doing intelligence. I think
Yeah,
no,
well-
sorry.
Nope. Everyone is doing perception.
No, Zenfire.
No,
rolled
no,
a two
no.
What
for
was the
I
other
did-
one?
I did investigation.
Oh, you did investigation,
Investigation.
Zenfire.
Yeah,
Yep.
not that it's much good. I pretty much am looking
You
at
went,
my
There's
fucking
there's a
reflection in
chariot.
a piece of bark.
Guys, there's some blood here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, my
Look at
hand.
that.
It's definitely
Well,
red.
do you want me to do an investigation instead?
Sure, why not?
So Rennick, I couldn't quite hear you over the others. What'd you get?
A 19.
19. Okay, yeah, thank you. Just make sure I didn't stuff the water. So we'll start with you, Albert. The creature that did this, you do so even on a 9, I'll give you some very obvious information, like slap your forehead, obviously. But
Well, Jay, quick
You
question.
don't have to rub it in.
Real quick. because there's 3 of us who rolled. One of us who rolled investigation. Since there's 3 of us who rolled perception, could I roll investigation instead?
If
Throw
you'd
away my
like to
19?
replace yours, yeah, you're welcome to. Yeah,
Hang
go
on,
ahead.
who was the highest out of the 2 of you? Because the lower of the 2 should roll
Oh,
investigation.
it's okay. I got it. It was we both had
Oh, man.
19, but I got a unnatural 20 for
Oh,
investigation.
Oh,
Jesus
hell yeah, man.
Christ.
Okay, yeah, we'll
Okay.
get to that in a second. You can tell that the
Jesus.
creature that this creature, Albert, looking just from the paw print, it is at least so. I'm gonna put it in terms of D&D sizing category, just because it's the easiest way for you to understand on like a grid in front of you how big this creature would be. So all of you are considered medium creatures, meaning you take up a 5 foot by 5 foot square, except for Snack, who is tiny. So she only takes up a quarter of a 5 foot by 5 foot square.
Even luggage, because isn't he like?
Luggage does as well. So a 5 foot
Okay.
square is quite large. Making
Oh yeah,
creatures
okay, yeah, not
large
you're not talking
size
vertically, you're talking
kind of starts to break the game, whereas
Area.
reducing them to small doesn't. Making them smaller isn't a problem. Making creatures inherently larger without spells kind of starts to become a problem
Gotcha.
for balancing issues. But this creature is what you would consider huge, at least. So if you are 1 square, a horse is 2 by 2, basically. That's a large creature. This creature would take up a 9 square grid, like 3 by 3 on
Holy
a grid.
shit.
Oi.
It is very large.
Maybe one of us should stay back.
The only other thing that you can ascertain about this creature
I
is that
volunteer.
based on the fact that the
Good
As
paladin.
tribute, cool, awesome.
based on the fact that the footprints go and go and go and then suddenly stop, you assume this creature can fly. You have no more evidence than the fact that its feet, the footsteps just stop. Your best guess is that it can fly, but that's not a guarantee from you. Albert?
And it had
Yeah.
three toes and a hook talon at the
3
back.
toes and a hook talon at the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
That's all the information that you've got for that one. So luggage.
Yes.
With your perception check and with Snack's perception check of 14 and 19 between the 2 of you, which is 2 successes, you actually find more blood. There's a tree nearby, and you can see, like, maybe 20 feet above you, it looks like something has hit the side of the tree and left a smear of blood and has also kind of stripped the bark from there, as if something flew past it at speed and slammed into it. You also spot that there's a lot of foliage in the area. This is a heavily, like, densely wooded and bush covered area around here. You find very large branches that have been knocked off trees, knocked off several trees in the direction the footprints are going.
So,
like-
like a crash landing.
Actually,
Oh no, we're in the direction the footsteps
as if
are going.
it's
Right,
yeah,
sorry.
as if if something has flown up and knocked the trees apart. It looks the way that the trees would look if they had been hit by something big. Like there's branches splintered off, and
Yeah.
like a blood smear very high up in the air. Rennick, Zenfire, and Rennick, with your investigation check, what do you? I'll let you choose exactly what you want to inspect. I'll let you because you're inspecting things that you already know about. So ask me any questions you have, and I'll answer them for you based on how you rolled.
So then let me ask the question.
Yeah, you go first. Yeah.
Because we were discussing this on the side. What type of chariot is it? Does it is it a 1-person chariot? Does it have multiple people? Do we have a way to tell them where they're at?
Definitely looks like it's a 1-person chariot. Open top, standing, not sitting.
So more Greek or Roman?
Yeah,
maybe?
very much so. Although does have a very traditional sort of like fey design. It's like made of like beautiful polished brown wood with like this gold streaking all over it. Like it is lavish. There's a
Right.
large, like
Yep. Made for comfort, not necessarily speed.
very much so. You can actually see the bottom of it is padded, so you would be able to sit down in the bottom of it if you wanted. It is a one-person chariot, but you could probably fit up to 3 people. It wouldn't be the most comfortable ride, but you could do it. It definitely could support 3 people. And there is a large sort of like spike out the back with a blue banner hanging off of it. The banner features a dandelion.
Hmm.
Any other questions?
Is that towards me?
Yeah,
That's
because
to the 2 of you.
wow,
You
you
does
go.
it does it look like there's a struggle at all?
No. I mean, there's
Okay.
like a blood smear, but like knowing like you sort of like look over at Albert. If Albert shares that information, like knowing the size of the creature that this person was seemingly grabbed by, and knowing that it can fly, you assume that it was probably like swooped down, landed long enough to snatch this person, and just got out of there. Like you don't think it really gave whoever it grabbed a chance to fight. There is on the inside of the chariot, sort of like on the inside edge, a small, like a short sheath with a blade sheathed in it. It appears to be a scimitar, sort of sheathed in the chariot. The scimitar looks very well made. Rennick, you sort of like you prefer a lighter weapon. You whip it out. It is exceedingly light. Like it is lighter than like scimitars are meant to be light weapons, but this one is exceptionally light. At first, you think it might be made of like mithril or just crafted in such a way that it is light, and then you realize no, it's just a bad sword. Like this is a sword that like a noble would wear to like a formal occasion. Like it's not
Oh,
like
it's
you look
fake.
at the edge is blunt. Like it doesn't look like the kind of sword you would actually pick a fight with.
Captain
You'd use it.
Feathersword's
Yeah, like if
sword.
someone came up to you and was like,
Decorative.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fight you, you could theoretically draw it to threaten them, but like it's more here for show. You find no other signs of resistance or struggle though.
I'm so on board with taking that and just putting it on my hip so people think I'll use a sword and not a dagger. They don't know I'm coming for their brain.
If you
Should we
add that to
perhaps
your
leave it there
inventory,
for the moment until we
you
figure
can
out
add
whose
a.
sword it
If you
is?
want to keep that scimitar, you can add a club to your inventory.
A
Club.
club.
It's
How about we
basically
sleep on
just
that
got
for a bit?
stats to a club. Like
I wouldn't use it. It would just be for style. Might as well, use it. But
so I'll be
so-
nice. Yeah. Oh no, go.
oh well, no, you be nice first. I like that. I liked hearing that.
You go.
Damn it! I shouldn't have said.
I am
anything.
God. I have the power.
You're such a kind and benevolent DM. Then is there any did the animal that took him or creature that took him leave anything behind that I can ascertain?
Mm.
Okay, so the only thing that is left behind is the blood.
Well,
That's
with no sword drawn, I would take it. It's his or hers blood.
There
So-
is the blood that is here.
Yeah.
There is a lot of
colour
blood.
or
So, the blood that is here is red. But
Mm.
looking at it, with your investigation check,
me?
you're
I'd
going
say it looks
over
like
it.
jelly.
Zenfire, you are actually the one who probably points this out, and that is that you just make an offhanded
red.
comment about like the fact that whenever you see blood or something like that, like it kind of makes you think of the fact that you kind of want some red wine. And it takes you a second, Rennick, and then you look at the blood and go, like you realize like when blood spills, it has to spill in certain patterns. If it's gushing out, it has a certain pattern to it. If you slice into someone, the blood that comes out always has a certain pattern. It doesn't just randomly slosh. You take a second. You follow the blood trails. You look up in the tree, and then you look over into the brush, maybe 30 feet away, and you spot just a small piece of wood, like maybe about this long, with metal on either end, and it's been like bowed and broken, and you spot 3, 4 more, and then you realize this is not wood. Something has broken a cask of wine, and it has spilled and given the illusion of blood. Like you maybe like smell the dirt a bit. You look at the tree. This is not blood. There is no blood here. This is wine.
So-
If you'd like to climb up the tree to check that, you can. You're a rogue. I'll just let you do that.
You should
Okay,
just
yes, I'd
keep
like to do
going.
that. As I say, I'll roll for it. But all right.
You climb up
But
the tree.
did you take the
and-
dog out to the toilet after you left stream last week?
Yes.
Is this what happening here?
That was such a long shot, Dante. I can hear you dialing in your scope for that one, bro.
I just thought I'd throw it out there. You know,
So
Jay's just cringing.
do I
Can
take
we
away
take the
inspiration for
inspiration? Yeah.
that? Give
Yeah.
inspiration
Take it
for
away.
that.
Point of-
Like,
point of desperation. Check.
One time
so
you roll at this disadvantage.
the dragon
1
comes
point
down and
of
eats you all. Okay,
idiocy.
man.
Shit.
So you all, Rennick, you climb up the tree, and you've seen, Rennick, you're a, like, for lack of a better word, if someone had to describe you in one word, a word they could theoretically use is killer. You're very good at it. Your whole group is, but you especially are just so good at killing people. You've seen a lot in your life. You've seen a lot. How old is Rennick? That's not actually a piece of information I know. How old is Rennick?
Can't remember if I put it in my
I don't think you
description.
did. That or I've forgotten. Either way, feel free to make something up.
Well, let's go to age.
Jesus, I went wild with my age.
Miss Neck,
I
how
am
old is
going
how
to
old are you?
say- Let me say he's 33.
You don't ask.
I don't know
a woman her
how old
age.
Janasi gets, so I'm just gonna go with 33.
Average, same as
I'm
humans.
162.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
a
normal for a
weirdly
fairy.
specific number.
So fairies will
You
mature
don't look a
at
day
the
over
same rate
90.
of humans. So like 1 to sort of like 18 for a fairy is the same as a human. And then once you hit 18, your aging basically slows right down. And you just get to live a longer life as a fairy. So you very likely see that's funny because I'll figure that out later. Figured I said anything. Oh no, I'll figure that out. So, Rennick, you were 19 years old when you killed your first giant. It was only a hill giant. It wasn't anything huge. It was the smallest of the giants. Still no small feat. You were just with a small sort of like group of like just people who were hunting this giant. And you remember the only person who got killed because the giant ambushed you in your camp. When this person was killed, the giant picked him up by his leg and just slammed him against a tree. The blood splatter from that kill matches the one against this tree.
So there is blood on this tree, or is it
What is
still
on the
wine?
tree is not wine. It is
Right.
definitely blood from someone being slammed very hard against this tree.
So with the things you're saying, it makes me think it is a troll that did this, possibly.
Can we
I
do a
was
nature
simply
check?
using the giant to give
Okay.
Rennick a reference for the wound.
Do I see any?
This is
Any-
about between 20 and 40 feet up. It's hard to gauge
Okay.
without like
So there's
actually
no way to
measuring,
track.
but
You know it.
it's very
track.
high up. Like it's
Dante, you got any other questions? Because I'm drawing a blank.
No. I mean, unless you want to ask a question about the owlbear itself and its general state of
So,
Well,
Connection
Albert
to
seems
the
like it's not
carrier?
giving a hell about what's going on.
Rennick, with your investigation, with Snack's perception, and with Albert's just amazing survival roll, between the three
Hey.
of you,
The delay.
unless you guys want to come up with another theory, the best theory you can think of is something swooped down, grabbed a person, maybe a cask of wine. There was a cask of wine. What's going on with the cask of wine is seemingly unrelated to any of this, or maybe very related. But a person was picked up and either thrown at the tree, or if this creature is flying, it slammed him against the tree as it flew past.
Could it be
Either
a drunk
way-
thing flying that accidentally slammed its thing into the tree?
Potential.
Could we each do a nature check to see if we can identify the footprint and the
I'm
damage?
just gonna say no.
Okay.
Because even if you rolled a natural 20 with the highest of your nature stats, none of you could possibly know what this creature is, so I won't make you roll for it. I'll just none of you know. It's just this creature is so far removed from anything you've already seen.
Why don't we
With
ask
all of
the
our-
owlbear?
I think it's time for Albert to get talking.
The owlbear at this point is like sitting down, just like staring at you. You all turn around to just see Albert. What are you doing as you approach this owlbear? What does everyone see as they sort of stop their investigation?
I just like, walk forward with like open hands, be like, hey, my name's Albert.
Why do I
and
feel like it's looking at us
how-
like really goofy
You can
and like
see like
inquisitive?
the owlbear sort of like got its head cocked. Its left eye is just sort of like going just to town on like some trees over there. Its right eye is sort of like staring at the ground. You can see its tongue is just sort of like hanging out and it's just staring at you. This owlbear looks wrong. This owlbear doesn't look okay. You don't know if it's concussed or what. Like
This sounds like a Ren and Stimpy owlbear.
as you take a step towards it, you watch as both the eyes that are pointing in two different directions shoot up and look at you, Albert. And Albert, the owlbear just looking at you says, "Hey, yeah."
Yes.
I just heard the dog snore.
Sorry, that's my dog snoring on my feet.
I just start hearing snoring. I'm like, I had to go race through all my memories of what was going on
Cadbury.
real quick because
Cadbury,
I'm reading
wake up.
something on it.
That's the owlbear. It's all part of the audio.
Yeah, I'm good. We're just on our way to Kim's nave. We're just passing by. Do you like need a hand with anything there, or are you alright?
Well, I could use some food, mate. That'd be great.
I
Some
have
food?
some
got
rations,
chips.
egg.
Oh
And
yeah.
I can't believe he just called it Kib's Nave again.
Okay, that's what I thought he said. Cool.
So I've got quite a few rations. I'll hand egg some of my rations out of the
Oh yeah, you got
inventory.
some food.
You take the rations, and as you hand them to him, the owlbear leans around and says, "No, I'd rather have that hunk of meat right there," and motions to Rennick in the tree.
Why is it always me? What did I do wrong?
He's
I'll feed him my
I'll scramble
cupcake.
its brains with my daggers.
he's more than a hunk of meat.
He's
He's
not
got
for
skills.
sale. I'm sorry.
For
Right,
sale. But we'll barter,
I
know.
wasn't-
What can you give me for him?
I wasn't going to pay, but righto. Right, well, that's fine, I guess.
A hunk of meat.
Clearly not the situation I thought it was. Right, yeah. Well, can I help you, mate?
No, I was wondering if you needed any help. Like you're
I don't
tied
know.
up to this cart thing. It seems
Yeah,
pretty
I
annoying.
fucking like. Gotta be honest, mate. I woke up like 30 minutes ago, right? And all of a sudden, I had like thoughts. Like, I had like a crisis. Like, I was like, I am a living, breathing thing now, and I can fucking comprehend words. And I have a beak. I shouldn't be able to talk like this, but I can. So,
I've,
want a cracker?
I don't know
I've-
if that kind of
I've seen
functions
weirder things.
up, but this is not cool. I'll be honest.
At least you have a mouth to talk out of, unlike AJ.
So, if you don't mind my asking, either give me some food or leave me in peace so I can figure out what the fuck's going on with my brain because all of a sudden I feel regret for killing talking creatures.
Oh no, can't imagine
But yet
how
he
that
wanted to
feels.
eat me.
I offer my
Rennick.
cupcake.
Quick talk.
Alright,
I
well,
wasn't gonna
well,
kill
if-
you. I was just gonna eat you.
That's the same thing, brother.
That's fair.
Nah, I was gonna get him to kill you, and he just points at Albert.
Alright, we'll just
He
leave
can
you alone
try.
then. Have a nice day
Yeah, you do. Oi,
if you can.
you
Offer
sure I
my
can't
cupcake.
eat your friend? Oh, cupcakes! Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love
I
cupcakes.
offer my cupcake.
Fuck yeah. What's a cupcake?
Wait,
Chad,
which
that
one? The
cupcake
invisible one, is it?
The one that
story.
Luggage has stored.
All right,
It's a little
I'll
stiff now.
hand
but
because
you'll
I'm
be
not
exposed
putting
to
my hand
air.
anywhere near this owlbear. I'm going to hand the cupcake out of my inventory. I never thought I'd see the day that Miss Snack handed over a cupcake, but it's now out of my touching my chest
She'll
plate. It
give any
opens
of
up.
us cupcakes,
Carefully
this
remove the
random
cupcake
owlbear. She'll-
and hand it to Albert, and then close the chest cavity back up.
Yeah,
Is it still like Miss Snack's like size, or
just-
is it go
just
back
sort
to
of, like,
being
throw the cupcake in.
larger?
Did you just say you're gonna ditch the cupcake at it?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna try and make a friend here.
I don't want it to be my friend. I don't want
Well,
it to
I don't
travel
think
with
I don't
us.
think it wants to be friends. I think it wants to be left alone. Or he-
I
Rennick
think we should
wants to
ask
be
what happened.
fed.
Gloam
That'd
is
be
like on
good.
your shoulder and just says, "Yeah, no, I like this one."
Yes.
Glum, whose
Yeah.
side are you on, bro?
You Gloam sort of
High
like
five,
look at you
kitty.
for a second. You get this like, you know, like when it's very clear, like a cat is about to consider biting something or eating something it shouldn't. Gloam gives you this look like, yeah, maybe you are, mate. Oh, oh." And then just goes back to its usual thing. Like, "Yeah,
I want you to remember who stabbed you in the neck.
I don't think he's
Gloam
forgot.
is undead and like a puppet, so good luck. Gloam can't die. Gloam is immortal.
Good to
He
know.
wants to eat
Good
me
to
too.
know.
What? I guess I just
You
looked good.
float over and offer this cupcake to the owlbear. The owlbear takes it generously and eats it. The owlbear eats it. You see it sort of like, oh yeah, cheers, mate. Oh, what the? That doesn't. So on the inside of my, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
It's just,
no.
like I don't have the word for it. There's a word for it. I don't know what it's like. Not bitter and savory. Yeah, that's it. Sweet.
Sweet.
as Rennick's just hugging a tree up up in the air.
20
Sweet.
feet in the air.
You can come back down if you want, Rennick.
Nah, I think I'm good up here right now.
Let's
I'm gonna keep my distance.
let's keep going. And
Actually, to be fair, I'll just be on the lily pad.
Did you
They-
ask him what happened?
So you do
I
see
d-
now that you're closer, Racer, you see that the like harness that this owlbear is wearing has like a gold pendant on the front, and you can see what looks like. I'll just give this one to you. A branch of a tree. Specifically, you would know that the tree is a juniper tree.
I don't think you'll get much information talking to this owlbear.
Wait,
Let's
fuck
just
you.
keep
Yeah, you thought that before about a tree, and look where that went on.
Friend
Well,
Owlbear, what happened in this clearing?
So do you want like all the details, like everything?
I mean, what was
Specifically
his community?
relating to what has occurred to whomever was in your chariot.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy.
Do you know?
What
Do you know who
remember?
that guy was?
see it all.
Wait, did you just say? Wait, sorry, what did you say, Luggage?
So his Empire said, "Do you know who it was?" And I said, "What do you remember?"
Oh yeah, it was Tony. Tony was in there.
Fucking course, it was Tony.
Was it big tone or just normal tone?
I what? I'm not sure what you're asking there, mate. Anyway, I don't know. Look, I was chilling out, and then I had like a headache, and my head started. There was this. You see, the owlbear genuinely like sits down and starts like thinking, and as it starts trying to like recall the events of what happened earlier this day, you see like a not pained expression, but like an actual like look of like, oh, I'm in pain. Like I have a headache right now and it's bad. And he says there was like a noise, like a I don't know how to describe it, mate. It was like you know when you grab a cat and you strangle it.
I slowly look over
For
at
the-
Gloam.
For the sake of the story, let's say yes.
I guess
'Cause
it's
I
kind
can
of
make
like
this
that.
example
I
very
don't know
true.
what that sounds like, but I can look. There was a noise. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't see anything or I couldn't hear anything, and then I heard a scream and a crack, and someone said, "Oh shit, me wine!" And then fucking I was just chilling, and Tone was gone. Who knows where Tone went? I figured he'd be back eventually, but it's been like I don't know. How do we count time here? Do we like what measurement do we
We
use?
don't bother.
We don't bother. Oh righto, it's been like I don't know.
Half a cupcake.
Like
Let's do
oh,
it based on how
God.
fast you ate that
you
cupcake.
see you see him trying to math out how long it took him to eat that cupcake, and then how many cupcakes he could have eaten from the time someone Tone was taken to now, and he like,
Ugh.
oh, I've only been live like or sentient for like a couple of hours, mate. Why you gotta hours? That's it. A couple of hours. There you go. Look at that. Problem solved. Oh, I'm gonna rip. Rah! It just starts like squawking at you, and you see this like animalistic, like I don't know, like just fury in its eyes. Most of you have magic. Those of you with magic can tell there was a spell on this thing, and it just finished. This thing
Aw.
is
think it's
no
time to
longer a
leave.
sentient owlbear.
Thank you for your
Well,
help.
now definitely Rannick is never going to be near it.
You
just
see
be
the
sitting on my
owlbear
lily
sort of
pad.
like stand up and like ruffle its feathers. It looks like it wants to fight you.
Are we
Alright,
rolling
well,
initiative?
I think it's time
don't
for
wanna
us
Still
to
fight
tied to
leave.
the cart, so we could just like go away.
Walk. You,
No,
think, you
you-
think the
you
think the
decide to
bear
the
can't
chariot.
pull the
Have-
cart still?
Does the
It's
cart
tied
have
to the
brakes
chariot.
of any kind, or some sort
You
of
would have to get
handbrake
close to it.
mechanism?
You would have to get close to
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
Rennick,
sure if I.
Rennick would have seen brakes, yes.
Ah, yes, really good work. Did they appear enabled?
No. Tone
Crap.
Tone was taken mid-flight. He didn't have a chance to. Of all
Tone
the
lost
things
his
Tone
wine. He's
was worried
buggered
about-
off, and he's somewhere within like 180 cupcakes, like duration distance.
I think it's time for us to continue towards Nib's cave and move with caution.
Okay. You all tiptoe around this now very angry owlbear.
Um,
And move on.
I'm gonna be on the lily pad above doing making sure there's recon.
As you're all walking, you miss the first one. You miss the second one. It's like if it was a shot in the movie, you'd be like, as you're walking past a tree, like in the distance, like it's against a tree that the camera can see. But you see the third one. Who is in the back of your group?
Well, it's not me. I'm above, so.
I'm
bring
would
it up
it
the rear.
be like me
Yep,
at
snack.
the front and
Snack. As Albert leads
I
the
ain't
way.
bringing up the rear, but all right.
Oh, you said you ain't? Okay, well then never mind. Who is
Who-
in the rear?
I
Surely
imagine
it
it'd
would be.
be. Sorry,
I think it'd be our
No.
wagon with luggage in the back.
I think it'd be
That
I think it'd be
kinda makes
Zenfire and
sense.
I because we've had Albert at the front, the squishier members in the middle, and then the two of us at
Would
the
we
back
have
most
like
of the time.
Seems
two at
fair.
the?
So if it's single file, it'd be one of the two of us.
It doesn't have to be single file.
Okay, then it's probably us walking.
Zenfire. No, luggage, you would notice.
Yeah.
Mm.
As everyone else is walking, you're sort of like walking and you see like a flick of something. And you lean up and around a tree to see pinned to the tree by a nail is a piece of
Ooh.
paper. On this piece of paper, it reads in big letters at the top, wanted, will of the Feywild. And there is what looks like a sketch of what looks like maybe human, possibly elf or half elf, maybe a dwarf. It's hard to tell when like it's a hand drawn image of what looks like a young boy, maybe no more than at the absolute oldest, maybe 16, but probably a lot younger. You can see he has like a massive like dark head of hair that extends out in like a frilled collar, and it's just like his head. And yeah, it just reads "Wanted, Will of the Feywild," and then under the image it says, "This sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth." Signed, Granny Nightshade.
Hmm.
As you spot this,
Are either of them in
Rennick,
the book?
That is me.
Good question, Albert. But hang on, sorry, Jay's just
Rennick, as they spot this one, you also spot one of the signs. It says "Wanted, Will of the Feywild," the same drawn image, but instead of saying that I'll give back 10 years of your life, this one reads, "Special offer. Bring this impetuous brat to me, and you can claim one item of your choice from my workshop." Signed, Granny Nightshade.
That's a little bit more up my alley.
As you travel, you
What if
find
she makes
a
marital aid?
total of 8 of these wanted signs over the
That's,
course of the rest of your day.
Were they offering different things?
Every single one of them offers something different. One of them reads, "How dare this ragamuffin defy me? Bring me him alive and unharmed, and I'll grant you a loyal servant." One of them reads, "This rapscallion vexes me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll curse one creature whom you name. Deliver this rascal alive and unharmed. As payment, I offer you the power to bring the dead back to life.
Ooh.
Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin. Bring me this imp alive and unharmed, and I'll bury you up to your neck in silver. This little troublemaker belongs to me. Bring him home alive and unharmed, and you'll win the heart of the one you love." All of them signed Granny Nightshade, all of them looking for Will of the Feywild.
I'm going to take one of those posters and roll it up.
Which
put it
one
in.
would you like to take?
Logically, it would have been the first one. And Albert had a question that as well for this.
Yeah, Albert?
Is like Will in the book?
You look through Bavlorna's Book of Bad Blood, and you do find, very close to the beginning, actually, Will of the Feywild.
Alright, he sounds like a cool guy. We should
And what
help
does
him
it
out.
say about him?
It simply reads that he is a sorry wretch, and she wishes she could wring his neck. That's it. It doesn't list any grievances or anything that he owes.
Okay, sounds like a cool dude.
Sounds like he'd fit with us.
I guess we keep an eye out for this person and make our own minds up.
So, as you approach... Ooh, this is going to be a thing. So,
Don't like the sound of that.
as you reach the end of the path, cozy torchlight radiates from the cave in the wooded hillside. 20 feet from the cave is a tree with a weathered sheet of parchment nailed to its trunk. This is the last wanted poster that you find. What would you like to do?
If only we had someone who could go and sneakily look around.
Sorry, I was not paying attention. What happened? I got asked a question.
It's okay. You have found the last, poster nearby a cave entrance with cozy torchlight radiating from it.
Well, then I am going to stealth up and try to be stealthy.
just be stealthy.
It's a
Would you like
19
to
plus
do
9,
anything? No, just
28.
Yeah,
I got
28. You just
Oh yeah, to get some information. See if I can see what's inside.
the
Know what's
pink
going
Rennick.
on there.
so as you approach. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. I need to find a thing. Why?
As soon as I see
Please don't be the
Rennick
Rashaka. Please don't be the
disappear from
Rashaka.
sight, I'm going to stand very still because my history with stealth has not been great.
That's okay. Rennick, as you approach the inside of the cave, so inside the cave, you see a wizened old man wearing a blindfold, and he sits at a spinning wheel, surrounded by piles of gold. You would think that it's just piles of like gold coins, just hundreds, no, thousands, no, tens of thousands of gold coins.
He's spinning gold coins.
As he spins, he reaches down and grasps handfuls of the coins, and you watch in his opposite hand, the coins, just like as the coins disappear in his right hand, they are this gold fiber streams from his left
Okay.
onto the spinning wheel.
Alchemist.
Like the
What's he
reverse
made?
He's a
of
real
Buffy.
life Rapunzel.
Is there anything? Is there anything else of interest that I see that I can bring back to the group, other than this man who just turned gold into thread?
As
I
you
assume it's gold
look around,
thread.
it's just gold. There's just
True.
nothing
Yeah,
but
isn't
gold.
So he
that-
changed gold
Isn't
coins
that
into thread with.
Rumpelstiltskin?
It's just gold coins.
It's not Rumpelstiltskin. My name.
Yeah, sorry, I did talk over Snack when she said the same thing. Sorry, Snack.
Well, then if there's nothing else, then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and tell him what I found.
As you go to step, you turn around to the cave entrance. You don't see a cave entrance. There's just cave wall behind you, Rennick.
Why is it always me?
You hear a
You're the
voice.
rogue.
A
Literally in your
booming
J&B.
voice
Nick's dead.
comes from the man as he stands and turns to you and says, "Who dares enter my cave?"
My name's
you can
Albert.
see that so he's wearing. So yeah, he's wearing like a relatively normal set of. They're nice clothes. They're not like just basic commoners clothes. They have a little bit of flash to them, and a blindfold. And he says, "Lies. Tell me your name."
Well, I didn't even get to use my deception check. Damn it!
You can, but
It's not
it
worth
won't
it.
help.
I
man
think
got
saying
some
saying
magic.
another name won't work, so I'm gonna tell him I'm Rannick.
The deception was not needed. Why do you come? Do you seek my gold?
No, we just saw a cave with a poster near it, and we were trying to figure out what was going on. We could probably just walk on by you. We have no interest of taking your gold. We're here for other means.
Worst rogue ever.
I'm on a mission, bro.
If your pirate rogue brethren find out you walked away from a cave full of gold.
Actually, they
Wait,
want
we're
to
not there.
That's fair,
DM,
okay, yeah.
what did we see out of all of this? Do we still see a cave entrance?
You hear from the cave entrance, "Who dares enter my cave?" You still see a cave entrance.
Oh, tricky.
Snack,
Oh.
you, with your fairy eyes and your attunement to fey magic, see like this weird like overlay. Like you see the cave entrance, like it's like your left eye can see the cave entrance, but your right eye can see a cave wall. You think there's some sort of illusion magic over the cave entrance at the moment. As you're looking at him, Rennick, you see like behind the man, you see peering out from behind his leg is this like grubby child. You can see they've got like brown mottled hair, like long brown mottled hair, like street clothes all ripped and torn. They're shivering a bit. They have massive long nails and like chipped and broken teeth as they sort of lean out around it. But you can see there's like this weird like shimmering effect to them. Like when you like look at a road on a hot day and it has like that, like the heat rising off it. Like this child seems to have like this weird like yeah, like shimmering, sort of like it's strange. It's just like this like weird smoke effect. And as the child leans back around his leg, Nib takes a step to his right, and the child is just not behind him. As he sort of steps to the right and says, You have been sent by the Scarecrow, yes?
As
Yeah, you
this is
got it on the
happening,
nose.
from the instant that we heard who enters my cave, I'm just going to say to the others, we need to go and make sure he's okay, and start heading towards to see
I'm
what's
sure
happening.
he's fine. I'll keep watch.
And don't come with me.
At this point, Rannick's leaning against the cave wall like this, just ready, but trying. He has no malicious intent.
You watch as you turn around. Sorry, did you guys say you were going into the cave?
Heading
As
towards
soon as I heard that there was a booming voice saying who enters my cave, I was heading to make sure Rannick was okay.
So heading in luggage, you watch Rannick as all of a sudden luggage just steps through the stone wall. He just walks through stone.
Luggage?
Yes. Are you okay?
What? How'd you? That's a wall. How'd you do that?
No.
I'm
No,
gonna
it is
walk
a
up and
cave
try and touch the
entrance.
wall now. Forget
you
the dude
okay?
behind me. You just did some witchcraft, bro. That's a wall. How'd you walk through that?
Rennick, you can see, you sort of like start to notice other things as the cave opens up now. You can see like there is like a bed in one corner. There's like a mirror. You see like a little small dresser in that. You spot in the mirror. So Nib is standing in front of you, facing you. The mirror is behind him, and you see stand in the mirror. You see a like long, gaunt woman standing in front of Nib with her hand on his shoulder, looking over his shoulder at you through the mirror. You can see she's like holding a handkerchief and like dabbing her eyes. And you can see she's wearing an eye patch over her other eye.
Marionette bitch.
As she sort of like moves, as he moves again and like blocks her from view, she and just vanishes like a wisp of smoke that moves. You catch her again a second later in like a very shiny, much larger coin to the side. You see like you catch like a glimpse of her sort of like standing behind him again. And you keep seeing like every now and again you just see like that small child sort of peering out from behind piles of gold. It's always looking at Nib though, never at you. The woman
So do
looks at
we?
you, the child looks at Nib.
You've said Nib's name several times. Has he made his name known to Rannick? Or do we need to find that out? Because I know we were heading to Nib's cave.
Yeah, Clapperclaw told you that you'd find Nib here, so
Okay.
you would assume that this is Nib.
And Nib
Given that he referenced Clapperclaw as well, that probably
Yeah, he did
is the
say,
same.
"Did the Scarecrow bring you?" And I said, "Yes."
So
sorry to interrupt. Thank you for that clarification.
I must follow the rules. Tell me, what brings you here? What can I do for you?
We are looking for assistance from a being named Squirt.
Squirt, yes. I believe last I heard he was being held in Loomlurch.
Another rescue mission.
We are visitors in a strange land. Please, can you explain further?
Loomlurch is an old tree at the heart of Thither. It is currently where Granny Nightshade makes her home. Squirt should be there. He might have wandered off elsewhere, though.
Does he work with Granny? Sorry.
Not that I'm aware of. He's actually quite a thorn in her side, allowing people to come and go.
Before I say this out loud, I'm going to say it out of character. The posters were of the Spirit of the Feywild, right?
Will of the Feywild was his name.
Will of the Feywild. Have you heard of anything of the Will of the Feywild and why there's so many posters looking for him?
Yes. Have you ever heard of... How would I describe Will of the Feywild? You are from the material plane?
Yes.
Toril, I take it? Yes, Toril is the name of the world that you come from. If we live on Earth, your characters live on Toril. Very well. He is... Will of the Feywild is... There was an old book. Have you ever heard of a character called Robin Hood?
Yes.
He is kind of the Robin Hood of this area. You see Granny Nightshade, many children toil away in Granny Nightshade's workshop, crafting toys. And then she delivers these toys to children in other worlds, filling their heads with nightmares, I would assume. Will of the Feywild essentially is a young man who helps some of the younger children escape from Loomlurch. He's a leader of a motley group of rascals. They're known as the Getaway Gang. They are also protected by a rather powerful treant, a sentient tree by the name of Little Oak.
Another tree.
I can, if you would like, point you in the direction of him. My curse prevents me from leaving this cave, but I would happily be of assistance, as is the rule of hospitality.
Well, then I have another quick question for you. How could we break this curse so you could leave if you wanted to? Doesn't sound too fun to be stuck in a cave.
Let me double check. Like I said, it's been like 8 months since I read through Nib's stuff.
Oh, take your time, brother. I know we're asking a lot of questions.
No, it's okay. No, that's okay. That's perfectly
It wouldn't
fine.
be us if we didn't.
That's true.
I've led a cruel and heartless existence, my new companions. I earned these riches, he motions to the coins around him, by exploiting my tenants, buying up condemned property and renting it out for an exorbitant fee. Granny Nightshade is actually helping me make an amends. I told her I wanted to put my bad deeds behind me and my ill-gotten gains to good use, and she cursed me to dwell forever in this cave, spinning my gold into useful items for anyone who comes my way. I am haunted by my own words. As long as my ill-gotten gains were put to good use, my bad deeds would remain behind me. And as he motions behind him, you see once again in the mirror, Rennick, you will see it now, that woman standing behind him. Unfortunately, Granny Nightshade takes her deals quite literally. Hence and he motions to the blindfold as well. I'm not actually blind, this just keeps me from seeing them. They lurk behind my back, tormenting me with pokes at my ribs and whispering in my ear. I'd rather not look them in the eye, not after what I did to them. But there are several things that would do it. A wish spell, if one has one, would certainly stop it. I hear a remove curse or greater restoration won't stop it, but it will suppress it for several hours. That being said, I have no wish to end this curse. I deserve it for now.
Oh,
I
as
am
long
also
as you
cursed,
want to be
however,
here.
to make useful things, so might I
What
perhaps
useful
make something
things
for
do
all
you
of you?
have?
I could
Sure.
craft each of you a gift if you would like.
I won't
It'll
say no to
take
gifts.
me, let's say, an hour each. You look quite beat up. I would be more than happy to allow you to rest here if you would like, whilst I make something.
You made a great offer. We'll settle for that. What can we do for you, though?
The rule of hospitality says that I must be hospitable. The rule of reciprocity says that you should be the same in kind. Should Granny Nightshade, let's say, have a small accident and fall from the top of her tallest tower,
You're speaking my
such a
language.
thing, I
Oops.
believe, would end my curse. So, if you happen to be heading in her direction, and you happen to have the opportunity to facilitate a fall from her tallest tower, that would be most marvelous. But
Added it to the checklist.
I shall get busy then. Give me simply a moment. He sits down and begins weaving several small gifts for you. So, yeah, you all get a gift from him. So, Rennick, at the end of the first hour, you are handed a pair of beautiful golden boots. At first, they seem kind of impractical. They look uncomfortable, but as you slip them on, you immediately realize that you're stepping on gold at all times. Your footsteps make no noise. He makes for you a set of boots of elven kind. While you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you are moving across. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on you moving silently.
Boots of elven
Bag.
kind. Adding that to my equipment.
Zenfire. No.
No.
Not
No.
you yet.
Not him.
Luggage.
Yes,
He
him.
comes over to you, and you see him motion to the bag of holding and says, "Ah, you've already got one. Well, that's fine." You see he's like already like halfway through crafting a bag of holding, and is like, just puts it off to the side. Something else. with it. Luggage. You are given how odd.
Oh,
A
How bizarre. Dun.
flowing golden cloak that has like this shimmering like starlight effect over it. He gives you a cloak of protection. You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws whilst ever you are wearing and attuned to this cloak. So please add a cloak of protection to your inventory.
Thank you very much, Nibs. I will use it, and I will also consider what I may leave you with in addition to our promise.
Buttons.
Mr. Plate Armor needs more protection.
I was just waiting for, and you know that part of the reason I got that was because you were stirring Jay up about the plate armor, right? You know, you brought that on yourself.
It's almost as if the DM is being nice and giving the healer of the group a little bit of extra protection.
Yes, protection.
How
You
is
know
this
I can
conversation
heal
gone
Hey,
through every
Hey,
time?
he's how he keeps. He's the one who keeps us alive when we go down.
You know I can heal as well.
Yeah, Egg heals himself. It's all good.
From what I
can heal
heard of
us
what
too.
happened last after I left to go to my my flight, I think you're okay, bud. I don't think you really need help on the protection side.
Miss Snack. Miss Snack. He hands you, after a little while, a tiny hourglass. As he hands it to you, he says, "Be very careful with this. If you are not, you might accidentally release what's inside." And he just gives you a wink. Could you please add to your inventory an elemental gem, specifically a blue sapphire? So this is in the shape of an hourglass. This item contains a mote of elemental energy. When you use an action to break the item, an air elemental is summoned as if you would cast the conjure elemental spell, and the magic is lost.
Brother.
It allows you to summon an air elemental. Only
I am
once,
an air genasi.
but it allows you to summon an air elemental.
They're pretty badass.
For you, little
Like, I don't
dwarf,
breathe. I don't have to.
I gift something handy. I have heard rumors about you already, Zenfire. People are
Oh.
looking for you.
Oh.
Bavlorna Blightstraw dead, and the only thing missing of worth from her cabinet of curiosities was a certain magical axe. I wouldn't want to be the
Yes.
one caught carrying that axe. You might want this. It'll help you avoid them for a time. He hands you a golden amulet on a gold chain. You can see that there is a symbol of an eye carved into it. Could you please add to your inventory an amulet of proof against detection and location?
Bad.
While wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying senses. And last but not least, the large one in his armor. I have fear that I can't craft anything of use to you. I'm sorry. But give me a second.
Okay.
You see him start like rooting around.
I
It's a
could use
metro pass.
any like a lyre or something.
It'd be so funny if I just didn't give you anything. I'm
Oh, that's
so
hilarious.
tempted. He goes rooting around, and when he
Fine.
returns, he says, "I cannot craft anything for you, but I do have this." Let me just quickly find the name of the item. Where are you, you piece of shit? He hands you. No. Ah, I see why I can't find you, you piece of crap. A glorious
Is he talking egg?
a glorious oval shield. It covers. It
Ooh.
goes from about the bottom of your chin to the bottom of your torso. You can see that it is inlaid with various gems. So it's made of gold, inlaid with various gems of blue and gold and green all the way around it, and a strange trident symbol in the middle. It is very light. It appears to be made not from gold, but some sort of other metal. Nib says, "It is not made of gold, but one of the many riches I had, gifted to me from some tritons that lived underground. Supposedly, it was handy when facing some of their more magical foes. It should prove useful to you." He gifts to you a spell guard shield. While holding this shield, you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and spell attacks have disadvantage against you.
Mm.
Are you fucking happy now?
Very. Can I make a
The way he
response?
threw that
Is that
quote.
Can I?
is
Can
that
I just
everybody?
say,
Nibs?
as a
Oh, sorry.
joke, I was gonna
Okay.
give you braces of archery.
That would have been pretty funny. So
Sorry,
Jay,
what was your
can I respond to Nibs? Would that be
Of
okay?
course you can, yeah.
Nibs, thank you so much for your gifts, and you're already so very, very wealthy. But should your curse be broken and we succeed in our reciprocity, you may need some protection when you leave this place. So the best that we can offer is, I'm just, because we've got so many of these, I'm just going to lay down at his feet a club, a dagger, and a set of leather armor, so that should he be able to leave the cave with the curse being lifted, Nibs, you will find that not everybody is potentially as nice as us, especially when the enchantments that protect you in here are gone. If you can use these or make use of these, please do.
So the guy that can spin anything he wants is going to wear shitty leather armor.
Dude, Luggage is not the most intelligent person in the world, and he's trying to
I'm so
give
glad
something
you
back
saw
to the
that too,
guy who
Dante.
has done something amazing.
He literally just made us some wicked shit.
Yeah, and look,
see
by
him-
all means, keep paying
But
out
he's
on
going to walk
Luggage.
out with our $2
He's not
poncho.
the smart.
That's
He
like
can
a-
walk
the
out with
smartest
50
everyone
cloaks of
automaton.
protection and never be touched.
Nib reaches out and like washes his hands over the items. They vanish in front of you, Luggage, and the
Ooh.
leather armor you see sort of appears repaired with like a gold inlay all over it and a long gold cloak over his right shoulder.
Bang. See,
The
there we
dagger
go.
appears on
Upgrades.
his chest with like a new golden hilt, and the club appears on his side. But where the club would normally end, it's been filed away, and it now has a short little like maybe that long blade that's about a blade about the same length of the club on the other end, sort of in his belt.
Aw.
I thank you
Hey.
for your gifts, my friends. I would look for Will of the Feywild. That is possibly your best bet at getting to Granny Nightshade.
Thank you. Do you
Well-
have any suggestions on where we can find Will, or start our search in earnest, or summon him?
You see him genuinely rack his brain and says, "Just look for Little Oak. He is far to the north. You will need to pass by the Wayward Pool, and you will, unless you want to go the long way around, pass very close to Loom Lurch as well. I would be careful heading in that direction." Actually, no. No. Pass by the Wayward Pool. It's directly to the north of here. It's a large lake. There's someone there I think you will all want to meet. Yes. Trust
Does
me,
this
you
someone have a
can't miss her.
name? Okay.
Did you say can't miss her?
Can't miss her.
Lovely.
Trust me. She will get your attention.
Thank you again for your assistance. Did we all get a long rest there while he was crafting, Jay? Was that 5 hours
Yes.
enough? Yep.
You all you get a total of 8 over the course of. He lets you sleep a little bit more, and yeah.
Bang.
So we get our spells back as well.
Yes, you do.
He's
So we just go long rest,
so
yeah.
nice. Man,
So we just hit take long rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you'll have to, or at least for me, I have to clear my spell slots manually.
Really?
why? Why
why
don't you
does
just
yours have
take
to-
long rest?
Yeah, long rest should reset all your spell slots.
I don't know. For
Yeah,
mine
it
on
should.
D&D Beyond, it doesn't. I have to go and manually clear them. I realized at the first rest we had, because the next battle we got into, I'm like, why do I have all
Are
these
you
spell
pressing
slots
confirm
used?
on it when you because
Yeah.
you have to click it twice? Okay,
Yep.
just making sure.
I might need to go and turn ad blockers and stuff off. But anyway, that's not a problem for on stream.
I got a block. It's
Damn.
fine.
Yeah, same Z's.
Again, problem I'll solve off stream.
But all
Which
right,
of
so
you has the whistle, by the way?
whistle.
I do.
It's not handed to me.
Oh, was it? I thought it got thrown to me to put away. All right. Never mind.
Just
Snack
double
does.
checking. Little League whistle.
It's now canon that it's with Snack.
Did I? It's just a It's just a whistle, isn't it? I didn't tell you
yes?
anything else about
He
it.
said it was a reed.
No, a reed whistle.
reed whistle.
Yeah, it's like a reed whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Poor little league coach. What little league coach is using a reed whistle? Never mind. Moving on. He's a hipster, but he went too far. Ah, that poor man. Years of therapy ahead of him.
So he lived. We just got confirmation that he lived.
He was only maimed.
That's right. Lightly maimed.
Yeah. So was it around the neck whistle, or was it a finger whistle like the one that you have?
Around the neck, but he was holding at the time.
Ah,
Yeah. Poor guy.
lucky. So he just had it wrapped around his wrist. So he's just currently one hand short.
One arm.
Prosthetics are great these days.
So, do you all head out, or would you like to spend more time with Nib?
Actually, I've got one more question
Of
for Nib.
course you
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
it about fog?
do.
Nib, should we engage in Granny Nightshade potentially having an accident? Is there anything you can tell us about her strengths, weaknesses, how she operates?
She's
Anything
very
we might be able to
secretive.
utilize to help facilitate that accident?
There's something hidden in Loomlurch. I don't know what it is. I don't know why she wants it hidden. But I have a sense for magical items. There's magic all through the Feywild, but there is something in Loomlurch. That place is dark and evil since she got in there. It is death in a world of life. But there is a light. Something in Loomlurch is trying to get out. And she won't let it. I don't know what it is, but perhaps if you can get in there without being spotted and find whatever it is, it might prove a boon to you in dealing with her in your own way. As I said, if you are not the kind to push elderly ladies off of cliffs, then I understand and would never ask such a thing of you.
Let
But
me
if
be
you
clear, there are
happen-
members of our group who would happily do so. However, it's
What?
always good to have a
Just
plan B.
briefly glances at Rennick.
Not naming any rogues.
You know what? You use my rogue capabilities all the time and then bitch about what I do.
If you play that back, I don't think you'll hear any. Anyway, that was my last question. You all use smart asses, and we've got good information, and you always give me shit, and they're most of the time
I'm just
reasonable.
I just remind you of your
but if we
fog
didn't, it
incident
wouldn't be
where I
as
had
fun.
to
Like,
explain fog to you for
everybody-
30 minutes. I could have went into weather theory. And I almost did.
Moving on.
What a wild night that was.
Oh wait, did we ask him about the witches? Which
Oh,
Oh, I'm
did you
sorry. Do you have more
seriously? Another
questions?
question? Are you for real?
okay, well,
sorry.
never mind.
What was your question?
So, how does fog work?
All right, so how fog works is there's a certain amount of precipitation.
You're not Nibs.
Do
Can you
you
get
really
back
want
to
me to
your
go into
question,
this?
Rannick? No, I'd rather you finish off
Well, I
what
don't
you were saying
remember
before we
the
move out.
names. I can't. The reason I haven't been taking notes is I can't find the notebook that has all my notes in it.
Scabatha.
Scabatha.
Scabatha was one of them.
Nibs, do
Yeah.
you know anything about Scabatha? Could this witch or queen be Scabatha?
You guys know that
Endelyn?
Scabatha's full name is Scabatha Nightshade. You would assume that it is
Granny
Granny
Nightshade
Nightshade
is-
is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
See, you know
Just wanted to
anyone
confirm.
that could help us, like Tasha or Equal, that'll help us free Sabrina.
Sorry, what? I was reading a paragraph on something to do with the game, whilst also trying to remember the difference between mist and fog.
Okay, so I can tell you
Don't
there's
answer
mist
the
and fog.
question.
So
No.
mist and fog is about 7/8 of a mile.
It's I was going to say. Okay, first off,
Covering visibility.
no.
Up to...
First off, no. Listen here, Dynasty. Okay, first off, fuck off with your goddamn imperial system. Don't.
Oh, we want to go about, we
Use
wanna go
nothing.
about it.
Use
Then,
nothing.
we would go to 8/10 of a kilometer. Fuck off. Like, I don't know.
No, you go
meters.
800 meters. You don't have to do a fucking fraction.
Everything is divided into tens. You start at 0, you end at 100. How hard is that?
I don't know yours. I fly in America.
Really, it's much easier when you end at 13.
Anyway,
Oh,
so anyway,
I'm getting shit on because I know weather theory.
so
no,
yeah,
you
it's
get
just that
shit
one's
on.
higher than the other.
Yeah,
So
system.
you all heading out from Nib's cave. The man goes back to crafting beautiful gowns and clothes out of gold to spare his time. Could someone roll me a d8? Any one of you, just one of you. Roll me a d8.
Love it. When you
It's
laugh like
excellent.
that, none of us reach for the dice in a hurry.
No.
Look, if one of you
Seven.
doesn't roll a
Egg-
d8,
Egg
I'll
did.
roll a
egg,
d8.
Egg rolled a 7.
7.
Go
Yep.
egg.
Albert.
Well,
Why do I feel like it doesn't make any difference? Because there's a
Yeah,
thing
because
that
it'll be
happens
odd.
based
No,
on every
high's
number.
bad in this instance. It's like, oh,
It doesn't
low's bad in
matter.
this instance.
so
But it's fine. It's a metric 7.
it's not 7/10 of 100.
No, it's 7/8 of the sky is.
There-
God.
There's 7 inches in a foot, right?
I'm about to leave.
Mate, I feel sorry for your girlfriend if that's the case.
you guys watch as
I can't believe you said that.
Can someone check for drink bottles? for grape juice?
Jay's just like, yep, I'm done. I'm out. See you.
I can't believe you said that.
Oh,
It's too
oh, that's so good.
sorry, I was just taking the natural break to shut the door to my balcony and turn on my heater because it's fucking cold in here.
Oh, we thought you were done. We thought
Yeah,
you
there
were
was
like,
like,
get
no,
that.
no.
What you're
Nah.
saying is that it looks like less than 7 because
Oh
it's
my
cold.
God.
Right.
It's negative 13. I had the door.
The pool was cold. God damn it.
Oh my god. Sorry, carry on, Jay.
Jesus Christ.
Well. Oh, hello, cat. There's a fat cat there. Oh, you're so fat.
Oh my god.
You can't function properly.
Things,
It's funny.
things eggs never heard. I'm sorry, egg. I love you.
Oh dear.
He's silent.
So Jay, as you were
scaring me.
saying, no, I think he's composing himself to tell us what happened with that 7.
No, I'm talking about eggs. I think he's gonna beat me up.
I'm actually still trying to figure out if I like pretzels or not.
Are they making you thirsty?
Nah, they're just
yeah.
making me regret eating them, but I can't stop eating them.
It's,
Ah.
It's
like-
weird.
it's more like,
So
why
really you
have
like the
pretzels
smell.
when you could have Doritos?
Because I've been working too much and have not had a chance to do any shopping. So the only snack I had left for tonight was was pretzels. And I don't care what anyone says. I'm a DM who snacks. Anyone who doesn't like that can go fuck themselves.
We
You're
literally
in
have
the right
a
group.
party
We literally
member
have a character
called
named
Snack.
after snacks.
Yeah, but people player snacking is fine. People have like a there are people who have a deep hatred for DMs who snack, especially in like streamed or live play games. People hate it.
Do you like
What?
snacking on
That makes no
almonds?
sense.
Every
Ooh.
video, I have a snack in my
I
hand.
don't think he
great.
wants to
Bar
fall
has
into
to
a
live
like
with
nut
it
joke
now.
there, Egg.
So, as you all wander once again to the north, heading in the direction of the Wayward Pool, the lake that you were told to head to by Nib. He pointed you in the direction, not quite directly north, but close enough. You watch as a half-human, half-horse creature wanders out of the forest at you. It's male. He wields no weapons. He does have a bow strapped to his back with a quiver and a pair of short swords, one strapped to either side. A centaur. He appears quite old, though. Maybe the equivalent of a human in their mid to late 70s. You can see he walks with a little bit of a limp on his back right leg. As he approaches you, he holds out a hand and says, "Ho, friends. Might I have a moment of your time?"
Of course, friend.
Here's your time to shine, Albert.
Go.
What? Why me?
Because
Because
it's so
Go
much fun to
first.
watch you talk to people.
good stuff happens.
If you don't mind my asking, you're new to thither, yes? I have not seen you around before.
Yeah, we got here yesterday and we just
18 cupcakes ago.
Very well.
we're
Only
we're
18
looking for
cupcakes? Sorry, Albert.
Yeah, sorry. mate.
just like you make fun of me for 7 inches, then
You know, if you
I-
didn't keep bringing it up, maybe we wouldn't keep making fun of you for it.
I
You guys made fun of me for the metric system. We're making fun of you too, baby. It all goes around.
Although I
Just
imagine
to be
bringing it
clear,
up
if yours
half the
goes
problem.
around, you should get that seen to by a doctor. That's not normal.
Aside from the helicopter.
So, you were saying something to the centaur, Albert.
yes, I tell them we're going to the pool of the
The Wayward Pool.
Wayward Pool.
Wayward
yeah,
Pool.
that's the one.
Ah, you were going to see Lemlorna. Wonderful.
Ooh, lemon law.
I would ask, if you don't mind, that you leave. This realm is fading. I would warn you that you should leave Prismia as soon as possible. Please, you cannot stay
okay.
here.
Which
Prismia is disappearing. It'll be gone entirely, and you see him look at just an Apple Watch on his wrist. Like
Oh, please say it in cupcakes.
it'll be gone in
Cupcake lunch.
but a few more days. You don't have long.
So a
what
couple
do you
thousand
think we've been
cupcakes.
trying to do?
A couple of hundred cupcakes. Right.
Well,
My-
no time.
1,000.
The other members of my clan left Prismia before the mists came. I was a little old to keep up with them, but you should leave. You should go now.
Now we got a free Sublima.
Yeah, which is the way out?
You see him look around and he says, "That is a very good point. You said you're heading to the Wayward Pool, yes?
Yeah.
Very good. I shall lead you there.
All right, thank you.
Lemlorna will have answers. Unicorns are quite intelligent." He turns
Whoa.
about and begins walking. You all sounded
Jay's
so
face.
happy when I said the word unicorn. Like, the looks of joy from all of you
Oh.
was so great.
Well,
Except
that alicorn has been hanging over us for so long.
Yeah. I have
Yeah,
to find the alicorn.
Uh-huh.
We
Find
can't
the
just take
alicorn,
it off
greedy
of
queen.
unicorn. Like
Yeah.
But we can maybe ask. They may have a spare, or
They
a
may have a
one may have
spare.
died. You don't know if they've kept the horns of dead unicorns. You don't know their life.
Do
do
any
you have
of
a
you
spare
ask-
7 inches? Like, oh, no.
Do any of you
No,
ask,
they got a foot long, mate. Proper one.
do any of you ask this old centaur his name?
Yes.
I would like to know. Introduce
His
ourselves,
name
Sure.
is
Why would
Winterbow.
you say that, Egg?
Winter
Winter
what?
what?
Winterbow.
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 The old centaur.
He tells you that it will be just a couple of hours. You guys notice that Winterbow, despite being a centaur, moves quite slowly. He's very old. Like, he is towards the very end of his life. You could see, like, he's squinting a lot. If you ask, he says that his vision is impaired. You basically he's the kind of person who needs glasses but doesn't wear them. So his vision actually doesn't go beyond 60 feet in front of him.
Excellent.
He just
DM,
can't see beyond that
Aw.
range.
can I do an insight check just to make sure that we're not just blindly following this centaur
You
to our
guys
deaths
agreed
in the
so
fog?
quickly. Yeah, make me an insight check, man.
The blind leading the blind.
24.
24.
Alien plus
Yeah,
six.
you
Bloody
get
clerics.
like Hither was the kind of place where anytime you encountered anyone, even those who were nice to you, there was this sense of like, maybe this person will be bad, maybe they'll betray me. But
Mm.
Thither gives you this sense of the people here are your friends. Like, they want to help you. They want, from everyone you've met has given you this sense of they want Granny Nightshade gone as badly as you guys do. So you don't think you have anything to fear from Winterbow? You think he's genuinely just stumbled upon you and is genuinely worried that you'll be trapped in Prismere when it, as he said, disappears. You don't know what that means, but
Okay. I'm going to follow along with the rest of the group then. I won't say anything.
sure. Following along with the rest of the group. Oh, this is absolutely magnificent. This is great. You guys are just blindly following every NPC I give you. I'm loving it.
Don't punish
what
us.
the
for
content
He
Content
promised us
they-
unicorns.
What if they take us somewhere interesting?
I promised you no such thing.
No, they promised us
Egg said,
unicorns,
well,
not you.
That is a very good point. He
Yeah.
promised you unicorn. I
Yeah.
would never.
Yeah, they'll take us somewhere
So-
interesting, which would be better than where we were going, surely.
we were going to the same spot we were going to anyways. Now we
Aw.
just have a centaur.
As you
Yeah,
approach,
it's cool.
as you reach the Wayward Pool, you step out from the forest into a gorgeous view.
You're so happy, Spar.
This massive lake. Mist drifts over its surface. You can see forested crags line the shore on one side, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky isle. As you approach, you noticed that Winterbow has pulled out a fake unicorn horn and is wearing it on his head.
Yeah.
If any of you take notice of it, he simply says, Lemlorna has claimed this area as her own. The only way to get through the forest is to appear as a unicorn. Lemlorna's not very intelligent.
But didn't you
But
say
you just said
before that
Yeah, she was very intelligent.
I said she might have answers. Unicorns, yes. Lemlorna, not so much.
Okay.
I'm getting mixed vibes here, bro.
He's
I'm
old.
not liking this vibe check.
Yeah, I'm not.
Getting a
I'm not going
solid
to inside
Charlie
check him
unicorn
again because I'm
vibe.
sure he believes that that horn is necessary. But anyway. And how do we get to meet Lamlorna, Winterbow?
Winterbow just outstretches his hand, and as all of you watch follow his gaze, you see the lakeshore mists as the sun sets begin to part to reveal standing in the shallows of the water is a gorgeous white horse with a single gleaming horn on her brow. She stands perfectly still, just silently observing you.
Hello there.
Oh, hi, how are ya?
I was waiting to see what the voice was.
Not gonna answer my question? That's cool. I'm fine with that.
Elmer, what are you?
Eggs are a negotiator.
You said hello. What are you doing?
You see her look down at you see her look away for a second and says, okay, Lemlorna, you got this. Okay, cool. New people, you got this. You can do this. Believe in yourself.
I'm gonna while that's happening, I'm gonna nudge Albert, seeing that the
She
unicorn
turns
is
back around
clearly
and walks
misguided.
over to you and says, hello, what can I do for you?
That's quite enthusiastic.
Can't.
You can introduce us. Come on, go. You got this, Albert.
I'm Albert, This is luggage, Rannick,
Finger guns.
Zenfire.
Zenfire, and
And
Ms.
Snack.
Snack.
I'm so proud of the progress we're making with you, Egg.
So, what are we looking for? We're looking for.
Well, we're looking for several things, including an
We're,
alicorn.
we're looking for the bloody
We're looking for
We're-
Squirt.
are
We're
we?
trying to
Loomlurch.
free
Oh no, and we're trying to
Zablina
find.
from.
We're trying to find Will.
That's
Yes,
like our
Will.
main goal.
But to find
But
Will, we
we're
have to look.
also. I'm looking
Right,
Little
for
Oak.
my
hang on,
ability
hang on.
to keep secrets, and Luggage is looking for his
Oh,
sense of
crikey.
fashion. Rannick's looking for his sense of direction, and Miss Snack's looking for her ability to smile. And
Look at it. I can't even look at Jay. I can't do it. I can't.
Guys, real quick, what?
You just have Egg just vomiting out words.
Can you ask her if she's the alicorn?
I'm
She's
sorry.
alicorn,
I can't
okay.
do this. I'm sorry. Panic attack. Panic attack. Oh, it's okay. Calm down. You can do this. Calm down.
Anybody got some
You
sugar
want a
cubes?
snack?
Aw.
Okay.
You're just doling out the cupcakes now, aren't you?
Oh, I
How
don't
many
have
cupcakes do you
I
have?
said a
don't have any-
snack, not a
Oh.
cupcake.
So,
Okay.
it's we're,
what do you
means
want,
you're a
and
cupcake
what
with
do you
me.
need me for?
we're looking
looking
for
for little-
Granny Nightshade. We're looking for
Looking for
direction.
little-
Oh yeah, that thing is over in Loomlarch. It's easy. Just head that way. She just motions
Looking
that
for Little Oak.
All right.
way. Little Oak. Ooh, where's
Little
Little
Oak.
Oak? Little Oak is in that direction. He's cool. Him and Will visit sometimes. They're really
Hey,
nice.
there we go.
The Getaway
Will.
Gang, great. They're really
Uh,
nice. They
thanks.
were there when Edelon yeah, they're great. They're really nice.
When Lil did what?
Huh?
And what
Yeah.
happened?
I love Jay's straight eyes of question. He was so in character there. Oh my God. I could just read though. Huh? I don't remember what I said.
Hang on. Sorry, you weren't wrapping up there, were you, Albert?
Yeah, you can go.
Lorna, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you able to tell us where we may get a unicorn horn without harming a unicorn? How may we find an alicorn?
She has this very like nervous, but still very happy and chipper. Sort of like she's very clearly nervous to be around you, and so she's like overcompensating with energy and politeness.
Oh.
That disappears immediately when you mention a unicorn horn. The moment you mention an alicorn, that's gone. She just, oh, you're here for Eladon, then. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone was always here for Eladon.
So we're here for you.
I don't care about the horn.
You don't.
Hey,
You don't.
just
No,
a-
it's no. Don't. It's okay. He's
I've
just.
always wanted to see a unicorn.
He was always the one who talked to people, and now that I have to talk to them, and I'm just not great at that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, he's alicorn. It's I don't know where it is. I'm sorry. He's. I don't think he's dead. I would have sensed it. I think I would have. I mean, we're supposed to be. But I think the hags have him. I don't know which one. One of them. But he could be dead. I don't think he's dead. I hope he's not dead. Oh God. Oh God. Whew. Okay. 1, 2.
Lamlorda, thank
Yeah?
you. That was obviously a difficult subject to talk about. We
Look,
are looking
so-
for this to help free Zablina. We mean no
Yeah,
harm to
so-
any unicorns.
It's okay. So
Take a breath. You got
you see
this.
like an image appear in the water behind her of what is clearly meant to be Zablina. She's like, yeah, I never really liked Zablina. She was vain and she was really deceitful sometimes, but like she kept us safe and isolated and away from everyone, and that was good. And she just stayed away from us, and that was okay. There was like a respect there. But that ended when the hags came and they took killed, or Eladon's gone now. And I have to talk to the people, and that's good. That's okay. That's fine.
doing
And,
really
wonderful,
and
sweetie.
they took his horn. That's they cut it off, and they took it, and they imprisoned Ziblina, and you see the Palace of Heart's Desire inside her palace. And I think I have a theory. I'm not the smartest, but I think that Eladon's horn might be needed to free Ziblina. I think you might need his horn, and that's why they've taken it and they're hiding it somewhere. I can't sense it, but if you had someone who was powerful enough, who had a good enough sense of magic, I'm sure they could pinpoint it, even whatever they're hiding it about. An alicorn is so powerful, and I think that I think that one of the hags has him, and the alicorn will be with him, because if you take an alicorn to her, I don't feel great. She falls over. She
Oh, I
passes out.
know where it is.
Aw.
Hyperventilated.
Oh,
I know where the
She wakes up a second
one
later and
is.
says, "Okay, so
Mhm.
it's okay.
do you want a drink?
No, I'm okay. I'm standing in a lake there's a water. If you didn't know, see."
Yeah, you can.
If you didn't know, just blankly staring at us, just idiot. I'm in the lake. Why would I need water?
Oh, Jesus,
So
Jay.
you have to drink it. I mean,
At this moment,
I don't know how unicorns work.
Lorna says, look, if you could free her, like, I didn't like Ziblina, but she's better than what's going on here, and she left Sloane, and she kept us safe, and she needs to be freed. If you go to Yarn, from hither to thither to Yarn, if you go far, there is a person you need to find. His name is Amador. Amador the Dandelion. He can lead you to the palace. He can take you there. I know that he can. He used to be. He was a friend of ours. He was a rapscallion, but he was a friend.
Did he have an owl bear
And a chariot.
And a chariot.
with a
And
lot
like
of
no,
wine?
wine.
not that I'm aware of. I know that some of his men. He used to be the head of the palace guard. I know that some of his soldiers would use owlbears and chariots into battle, but so did a lot of the nobility. A lot of them, like, they wore armor and were like, "I'm a soldier," but like weren't. They were just rude, and I didn't like them much. But Eladon kept them away. Oh, Eladon. Oh God, where's Eladon? Oh no, that's not good. Let's think about good things, like Zablina. Nope, she's gone. Okay, let's think about other good things,
Which way is
like
home?
Dandelion. Nope,
Loom
she's
Lurch.
probably dead. North.
What way is
What?
Loom Lurch?
That
North.
way. She just turns around and faces a direction. That way.
But that's not the same way as Little Oak, just to be clear.
Little Oak moves. He
Yeah.
can be kind of anywhere. I can call him for you if you'd like. I can
Oh,
contact him.
please.
If you
Please
guys
do.
want
That
to
would
rest
be
here,
wonderful.
you're welcome to stay. Oh, you brought a friend. What's he? You guys watch as a dagger
No.
soars past you at Lamlorna.
No.
A
Dwarf.
could I please
Rakshasa?
have Rennick?
No.
You are the only one with high enough dexterity. Could you please do two things for me?
Oh,
Rennick,
Mhm.
could you make me a dexterity saving throw? Is the first thing. And
Do the
don't worry.
shoes count for this?
No, they
For
do not. That is only for
Okay.
stealth. Don't worry, if you fail, because that's not necessarily the end of it, it just means that there will be a 50-50 chance of something happening.
I got a
good luck with
14,
your roll.
A 14.
but let me make sure I can't do an ability that can make me roll higher.
That's okay.
So he
Take your
like,
time.
It's only on ability checks, not
Yeah.
saving rolls.
You watch as a dwarf, a small Zwerfnebli, as they're called. Sorry, no, not a Zwerfnebli, a Duragar, a grey-skinned dwarf with tusks like an orc, red eyes, wearing this strange, like, blue hood, leather armor, and holding these black daggers that appear made of some sort of glass with, like, this weird shadowy effect off them, jumps out of the trees and launches one of these daggers at Lamlorna.
Do I have time to use command?
Yeah, I was about to say, do I have time?
Rennick, you are the only one with dexterity high enough to do anything.
Okay.
You, Rennick,
Mm-hmm.
have a choice to make.
If it's jumping in front of the dagger,
Okay, hear the choices. Hear the choices.
Okay.
okay.
You are not fast enough to block the dagger with a 14. You're not fast enough to just knock it out of the air. You're fast enough to get in front of it. But you don't know what this dagger's going to do to you. Because this dagger was just thrown to kill a unicorn. Something a whole lot stronger than you are. Now, I'm going to tell you that even if you do this, there is a 50-50 chance nothing will happen. What do you want to do, buddy?
You got to make this call on your own, man. We got you either way.
Why do I always get the hard questions?
Welcome to playing the dex-based character.
I know, usually I'm the cleric. Fuck it, I'll get in front of it.
You stand to the side and
got
put
you.
your arms out.
Oh shit.
Now, hey,
For the content,
Rennick,
boys.
highs or lows? Odds or evens? Dynasty.
I'm feeling kind of
Even
odd today, so I'll go with
you
odds.
get hit.
Oh,
Odds
okay.
you don't. Sorry, no. What was that? Odds?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Odds is nothing happens, and that's fine. That's odds.
Oh,
Yay!
Wait,
Wait,
what?
it doesn't hit me. That's still hit.
Watch as
let's
this
find out.
shadow of this dagger, this black glass dagger of shadow and flame flies at you. You have seen powerful magic before, and you just have this moment of, oh yeah, I'm gonna die. Of like you don't think when you step in front. It's not until you're in front of the dagger that you're like, oh, I'm gonna die now. So you, for a brief second, blink, but the dagger never hits you as a centaur slams his body into you.
Oh,
As the dagger strikes Winterbow, there's a second where the dagger sort of hits him and I'm okay. I'm not. Oh, Winterbow all of a sudden just and vanishes. And a pile of ash just and hits the ground. There's no flame.
That's
There's no
brutal.
pain. He just dies. The dwarf is standing there just like, oh fuck. Looks to the right, looks to the left, looks at you guys.
I'm gonna use command.
I'm gonna
and just
immediately
yell,
start
"Halt."
attacking him.
I'm throwing
Hang
a
on,
command.
What's gonna do
halt.
first? What's
That
the dwarf
is
gonna do
actually where we're gonna finish for today.
Oh,
Just trying to end it with my death.
I'm gonna be honest.
okay.
You're
So
fine.
that wouldn't
done.
have killed. Like, okay, what is your Constitution score, Rennick?
My constitution is a 14.
You theoretically could have made the saving throw to take half damage from that. It still would have been a whole lot of damage, though.
Would it be 45 points worth of damage?
Theoretical.
Potentially. It also does double damage to Celestials and Fae. The Centaur from the Feywild is Fae, and the Unicorn is Celestial. So you wouldn't have taken the double, but yeah, not good. Oh well, we'll see what happens next session.
Oh, Jay, you said you were ad-libbing that dude. That was fucking epic.
I'm gonna be entirely honest. I killed Winterbow because I didn't want you guys to have another damn companion for me to track.
I mean, fair.
I figured he was just gonna wander
Oh,
off.
that
He
why
wasn't
you
gonna
didn't
stick
give
with
me the owlbear.
No, Winterbow, if you guys wanted to, could have become a companion, but I was like, AJ and them are coming back. I can't right now. I don't have the
We already-
energy.
We've befriended too many people, I guess.
You do. I need to start killing some of them. You guys befriended an entire damn carnival of people.
We're friendly folks. You said that we could win this with diplomacy.
You
We're
can.
Except when
trying.
you fight us, in which case we fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why people keep trying to fight us, because every time we do, someone gets a nat 20 and starts fucking motherfuckers.
Because
Which
I know
one of
we.
you-
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to double check. It was you, Zenfire, who had the vision about the dwarf and the unicorn, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the side chat, as soon as we started going to this unicorn, I'm like, oh fuck, am I the dwarf that kills the unicorn? Crap.
I told him if he
Yeah.
got possessed, I would
I was-
kill him.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
He goes, "You go to
I was
kill,
very
I will
reassuring.
kill you."
Yeah.
That's the true friend right there. Well,
very-
we will...
My I just had a how things work. So if we had that awareness, say Zenfire wanted to, we'd met the unicorn and had the presence of mind to go, oh, there was this thing there about, or he'd shared it with us that a dwarf was going to kill the unicorn. What would we have done if we wanted to pay
Well, no,
attention to the surroundings in case it wasn't him? Like
now I understand why
what
you
was
don't
the
remember this far,
process
but
there?
last week it was actually when we learnt that the dwarf was supposed to kill the unicorn. I'm just saying.
So
You know, I got caught up on that. It was just
Okay.
if we were going to use that information, thanks to the VOD, what would we have done as we were coming to that interaction, or while that interaction was happening? What would we have needed to say to you to say, hey, can we check and see if there's any nasty dwarves
So-
floating around?
So the dwarf, whose name you don't yet know,
Mhm.
basically has just been making stealth checks to follow you guys since you've
Yeah.
gone into thither.
So it's just
Um,
their passive perception.
yeah, basically,
If.
and he is just as stealthy, if not more stealthy than Rennick is. So it was basically just
It was
dumb
me and him
luck
competing
of
to see if I
one
could
of
see him.
you of him failing to roll, and he just didn't.
We would've-
When you guys started heading to the unicorn,
Yeah.
if you guys wanted to, all you have to do is just be like, "Hey, we have this information. I'm happy to help you guys." You can either just say, "Hey, how can I use this?" Or
Yep.
you can just be like, "Oh, we want to keep our eye out for this," and then you just begin actively rolling. If you have a passive perception of 12, I will never let your perception checks roll lower than a 12 if you're actively looking for something you know is there. You
Yeah.
guys actively knew that there would be someone trying to hurt a unicorn, so I would
But
never
we
let you roll
hadn't
lower than your
actively
perception.
set
But
about
none of you were
looking
like,
for them.
"Hey, we should probably be aware of this."
No,
You
we
were
just
all-
went, oh, we're going to go and see a unicorn. That's exciting because
Yeah.
my eyes lit up with unicorn
Well, it
joy.
was exciting.
Yeah,
was.
Rennick nearly died again.
It's great because I almost
Like you
killed
said.
Rennick, and looking
Again.
at the stat block for this guy, next session he is going to die real quick. Yeah.
And hopefully it's by my goddamn hands. I call the kill.
Maybe we can pump him for information.
We need to take care of him so we can hit our next level up spot.
We could do
Right.
both. We could leave him in a
So-
room with like luggage for 17 hours and pump all the information out of him and then kill him.
Could we do that off? Could we do that in between? Could that be like a montage? Could we just have a lot like Q&A,
Just
like,
be like day 3, day
and then
5.
just cuts every now and then. There's just like Spice Girls playing at top volume.
No,
3 hours
it's
repeated.
going to be you, like Jake Peralta style. Just wait, I have one more string. 2, 3, 4. That never works.
You laugh at me asking
Very good.
questions, but they generally get to somewhere beneficial.
Questions
Hey.
are always good.
Still, man.
Questions are
Now-
always good.
In terms of the dream, I think that you were referring to was the I know 3 things.
You know,
After that sort of weird sidebar dream with the room full of the large pictures and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Yes, that was me.
Yeah, I was just double checking because you're the one I've been hurting with dreams so far. But now
Yeah.
you're back to being a good boy. You just have
Except
a
I inadvertently stole someone's axe that now has me on the run from everyone.
Yeah.
We got you, boo.
Well,
Not the run
actually,
for you.
okay, so I will clarify what Nib said to you. They're not after you because you stole the axe.
Well, no,
They're
it's because
after
I
you.
severed someone's arm off.
Well, they're after you because the axe was the only thing missing, and the axe had your sense of fashion in it, and they know that. So when they found Bavlorna's body and the axe missing, they just put 2 and 2 together of, oh, this person's curse is gone and she is dead. Who killed her? The person whose curse is gone. So we need to
Had
find
help.
and kill that
We
person.
probably should have took a few more things with us.
Meh.
So
We searched that
we
place
did.
thoroughly
We
as our roles
tribaled. The
allowed. We
thing-
stripped.
Did I share my
That's
dream
what-
with everyone or not?
I don't think so. I think you just kept
Oh,
it to
cool.
yourself. Something that you guys don't really have a way of finding out though is with the cabinet full of her just junk.
Hmm.
Unless the item is yours, it looks mundane. So to the rest of you looking in
Oh.
there, his axe looked like a dirty old shirt or a piece of broken chair or something. But to him, it looked like an axe, and it wasn't until he was reunited with it that it became what it is meant to be.
Got you.
So the items in there were just junk. Like I described them as junk. It's just that
Hmm.
Zenfire also found his axe. So you guys never thought to take anything else. Everything in that cupboard was something that belonged to someone that she's taken it as part of a deal.
Yeah.
Every single thing in there belongs to someone somewhere in a plane of existence for a horrible deal she's made. Some of them are dead, some of them are alive. But yeah. So you guys had no way of knowing to take extra things to throw their scent off. It was just, oh, shiny new axe that can do cool stuff. Yeah,
So,
good fun.
so Jay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's up with me and death? Because it feels like we're
Uh,
doing a tango, and I'm not keeping up very well.
You got 2 left feet, my friend.
Hey, I survived both somehow.
I'm going to be entirely honest. I genuinely just thought that you would
Not jump in front of
you
it.
let the unicorn die. Like when I told you that this was meant to kill a creature far more powerful than you, I thought you were going to be like, stuff it. Like we got the information, but you. Hey, Reddick? What's your alignment, real quick?
No, guys are raiding out. Sorry,
Never.
just in between. Keep on talking.
Yeah. That's right. In the side chat, I said he should hold up the undead cat in front of him as he jumped in front of the dagger, because you can't kill the undead cat.
I
was
did
an
not
option.
pick an alignment.
Okay, could you please change your alignment to neutral good?
Damn it.
So neutral good, for those of you who don't know, is basically you. So chaotic good is you don't have a code of morals. You do whatever is you think is the good thing to do in that moment. That could mean, you're the kind of person who, as a chaotic good person, who would burn down a building full of innocent people if those people were plague-ridden and sick, and it would save the town. You are doing a good thing in a chaotic way. A neutral good person has a code of morals that only they understand, but they will always act in the moment in difficult decisions like that one. They will always do whatever they think is the right thing.
To be
in
fair,
every one
that
of those
does line up
moments.
with Rannick's background. So
Yeah. That's why I was checking. Whatever it was, it's neutral good now.
And
Just
mind you,
'cause-
like dying to a Rakshasa later, dying to a save a unicorn now. Yeah.
Neutral good characters tend to end up in those sorts of situations a lot because they have a proclivity to put themselves in those situations.
I thought it'd be fun for the content, guys.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I actually thought it was in fitting with the character that you did that as well. I
Yeah, it
thought
was also very fitting with the character.
And
Did
I
like,
thought the play was going to miss by 7 inches, but that's just me.
7 inches or a foot? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Isn't that the same
Are they the
thing?
same? I don't know. Well,
God damn.
have we lost
I will,
it?
for next week's spa, I will send you a
Yeah.
map of Thither.
Yep.
And I will also
cool.
send you some more pictures of some of the stuff you guys have seen and some stuff you will see if you want to add it to your slideshow.
Yeah. I'll put it into the slideshow, no worries. And just
Were
let me
you
know if I need to
dropping-
load up Tailspire.
Were you dropping hints about where the unicorn horn was throughout the whole conversation?
Maybe.
I just want to make sure that I've connected the dots the way I
I'm
think you were
glad someone
dropping
was
all
able to
these
connect the
hints.
dots.
All you guys know is that Eladon, her mate, the male, has been taken by the hags. He has had his alicorn removed from his head, and that she is convinced that he is still alive.
because she
You
doesn't.
You guys were told way back that an alicorn is the horn of a dead unicorn.
Dead unicorn.
Mm.
So you guys, what you believe as to whether he's alive or dead is up to you. As to where the alicorn is, if he was taken by the hags and they cut his horn off, one of them must have it, or one of them has hidden it.
So, follow-up question.
Yeah.
Can a severed horn from a unicorn not be an alicorn, but just be a horn?
You guys don't know. You guys don't have enough information on unicorns.
Right.
It could just be that the person who told you it was the head of a dead unicorn was wrong. It could just be the kind of thing where if you have a unicorn horn, the unicorn's probably dead. So that's just the common perception
yep.
of it is, an alicorn is the horn of a dead unicorn.
Right, but
Or
there's nothing written that says that an alicorn, for it to be a magical item, must be off of a
not
dead
that
unicorn.
you guys are aware of. As far as
Right.
you're aware, you guys are unaware of that information at the moment. You don't know. You guys don't know if you find the unicorn horn, if Eladon's alive, if he'll have to die for it to be able to help you freeze a bleeder, or what. So that'll be something for you guys to figure out as we go.
Well, at the very least,
So
we saved
he's
one
not at
unicorn.
Loomlet's trying to get out?
I was actually just
It
about to
could
say,
be.
Albert, during your conversation with Nib, you are intelligent enough, my friend, and you are a paladin. Unicorns are celestial creatures. So I will just off stream, I'll give you a little bit of information. Hags of this power give off great amounts of evil energy. For something like Nib said to still be detectable, even within a maelstrom of evil, it would make sense for that thing to be of celestial origin. That is all.
I think that
Her dots were correct.
You guys are going to kill a second hag. Then you're going to go for the trio.
So
It's going to be
where
great.
are we going next? Loomlet.
mind
Well,
you,
yeah, well, no,
Albert
she's
was
calling
talking
the-
about the Scabatha did look a bit all right through his visor, so maybe he'll talk her down off it.
Maybe.
Sorry, the only
Or
thing.
maybe he'll tell her that she's a fucking whatever he said to the other one and start swinging.
I do listen sometimes.
Alliance through marriage.
See, all I can think about right now is the dwarf that's going to
We know
get
you
all
did
the
too.
vengeance of all the things that of Rannick. He's going to be shown nothing. I'm just going to be ruthless to this dude.
I'm
pretty much gonna
really
go up and tackle
hoping
him.
that this doesn't turn out to be some like fucking Jedi Master Luminara thing where we find a dead unicorn inside a bloody coffin-y type thing emanating light out to draw us into a trap.
Let's not give Jay any ideas.
No, it's
See
more
what
fun if we do.
Things happen.
He's got a life of his own. He doesn't need your dread to be entwined into his
Whoa!
See what happens.
his plot. But I definitely do think that we're on the right track to getting
Actually-
the Treebeard over with Will. I know it's not his name, but I just like calling Little Oak Treebeard.
Hey, Jay, I actually
I'll
without
send
knowing.
you- I'll send you the picture of him. I'll have to crop it so there's no spoilers, but he does just look like Treebeard.
I'm just excited to
Yeah.
have Albert talk to trees again.
Jay, I just realized something
Oh,
though
wait.
too. I just my flaw is when I see someone who needs help, I will stop and help them in any way I can.
Yeah.
So I did.
You
I did
are
also
a-
play my character.
Yeah, you are a neutral good character, very much so.
I should be
golden.
good.
Should be good.
I should have
I gotta
Monday
start
off
getting
so I
ready
can
for
use it to
work.
prep.
Hopefully today's an easy day.
Fingers crossed there's no more stressful flights, mate.
Dude, Saturday I covered a shift on Friday. This probably won't hold much weight for y'all, but an international trip is very hard to do. I started the day with none. I ended the day with 2 pop-ups. Day of international trips. It's really fucking hard to do. So,
Nice.
Hmm,
and then yesterday I kind of got fucked up. We're not gonna talk about that.
okay. No worries.
I love aviation.
Oh, good. Now it's on record. When do you find out about your job?
I did get it, but they can only bring on 1% at a time, and so I'd probably be getting that job next year. And
Oh, well, congratulations on successful applicant.
but we'll see where this job takes me because I am gonna be sent to Malta here soon. So
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
In Malta?
that's where the company that bought my company's based, and I have to go there for training at some point.
Dude,
you're off to Europe.
that's exciting. So will you be based there or will you be just training?
No, I
and
will not
going
be
home?
based there. I'll be there for like a month.
Wow.
Time zone's that compared to
Note
us.
to self, kill Rennick.
Oh, I would.
Yeah,
don't-
already
you
might
wanna
be on a little
kill-
bit of a hiatus.
I'm not sure if it's a month. It might be 2 weeks. It could be anything. But I'm still waiting to get my passport back.
Work out. Yeah.
I can bring.
Oh,
a
that's very
laptop.
exciting, man. That's very, very
Yeah.
exciting.
Europe's
So,
10
what
hours
is it?
behind.
4:15 in the afternoon. in
It'll be
Malta
like
now, apparently.
midday there when we start.
It's
Yeah.
4:15 there right now.
In the afternoon, yeah.
I don't know what my schedule would be like then, so I probably wouldn't even be able to if I wanted to.
No, there's no way you'd be at work from midday to 4 in the afternoon, would you? That's
Maybe
very
he has
odd
Mondays
hours.
off in
I could
Malta.
probably take my lunch and do an hour.
Monday starts with them. Malta
It'll be
starts with
fine.
them.
You just have it on the off screen. You just, have like, flight 7 just down this course. Alicorn, you're dead. Oh fuck, I got things wrong.
Oh shit! There's an AOG. What's happening? Yes, I'm gonna stab him in the head with my dagger. No, not you, dude.
Not you, not you.
I'm playing
Yep.
D&D and working.
This is flight 17, seeking permission to
this is
land. Yes, can
fine.
you go
This
ahead and
is
roll
fine.
me a D20 and
I'm not air traffic control.
I do
it's funnier if you
AOGs
are.
too sometimes.
Do what?
What does
Sorry, Ed?
AOG stand for you?
Aircraft on ground. It means drop everything and do it.
Yes, it does.
Hmm.
Wait, do you work at FBO?
I work at CT Freight and we like deliver them out sometimes.
Look at you two little twinsies.
I
No,
still don't
aerosols
quite get what he does,
can,
but
like, I've had so many companies because we dabble in aerosols, so dangerous goods, that
those are
try to
fun.
book it with aviation, and I'm like, you can't do it.
No.
You legally cannot do it.
Oh,
Stop
what
booking with
what's
aviation.
The acronym? What's the acronym for that? Because I had training on it when I worked for Delta. I can't
Fubar.
remember. It's not
DG?
NOTAM. No, for dangerous
DNF?
goods.
Well, it
We're
depends
boring
on
Jay
the
with our talk of
class.
aviation.
So, it's a class 2 dangerous goods, and the
Yeah,
UN
I
number
would
is
have
a
to know what kind of
9250.
what the goods was for me to get a kind of stance on what the precautions would be.
Aerosol. It's a
Oh.
non-flammable, non-toxic gas.
Yes, depends. Is it on a? It depends also if it has souls on board or not. If it's a passenger flight,
Yeah.
because if it's cargo,
I-
it's totally different.
But if the
Anywho.
plane was
I
full of
think it
redheads,
is.
would it technically have souls on board?
Sadly, yes.
Poor
I gave the wrong character the chance to die tonight.
Wait, genuine
Well-
question, because I am colorblind. Are you a ginger?
Yes, he is.
That's
Is
why.
that
That's
why
why
you
I said what I said.
Yes.
That's
Don't
why I
worry.
said what I
so
said.
is he.
I'm a ginger covered in freckles. I am the stereotype. It's great.
So that's
And
why
you
it
just
was
said that he
saying
is
the
soulless.
South Park reference.
mean,
Yeah, it's a South
You
Park
gave him
reference.
+1 to AC, so he's harder to kill now. Like,
AC doesn't affect his saving throws. Actually, no, I'm
Anyway,
pretty sure my
bad
cloak
night, y'all.
does give +1
No,
saving
no.
throws.
All right,
See
yeah,
ya.
I gotta start
No,
getting
no.
ready for work. I'll talk to you later.
Jay, even if I'd known you were a
Right.
ginger, I still would have said it with love.
It's fine.
But-
It's very funny. I accept it.
All right, lady, y'all.
See you guys.
Thank you, bro. That was a really fun
Night.
session. Jay, you've knocked it out of the park for
Yeah, it was a really great
ad-lib,
session,
man.
Jay. Keep
Bye, all.
keeps
Have
it,
fun.
keeps in those death threats to me.
We'll just put you, man. Death threats on death. See
I'm
ya.
having fun making those decisions.
Bye,
all.
please.